Let's say you propose to your girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, all right, like, let's get married.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, I'm not going to change my last name.
Okay.
How would you feel?
Disrespected?
Really?
Right?
No.
You gonna slap her?
Whoa.
What?
So, like,
What if you had an ugly baby?
You can't
What do you
speak that.
mean?
We can't even speak on that topip because I feel like you speak that shit into existence.
What do you mean, ugly baby? All babies are ugly.
Fuck.
All babies are ugly.
You ever
as
seen
crazy.
a cute baby?
You think all babies are ugly?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Wrong with you,
That's kinda
Justin?
crazy.
But if I saw my baby, and I don't know, like, let's just say he had an abnormal, like, large nose.
Then your baby will be black.
If you have a couple disabilities. If you had to pick one physical deformity,
What disability do I have?
I can't say it.
Nah, what happened today? That
Jason does have some ancestry behind him, bro.
Please shut the fuck up.
Look at his hands.
Harvard, bro.
Those are like
Harvard.
I might pick the 14 if he has the college degree
Jason,
behind
shut
it.
up, man. You know you a person that has seen.
If they both have 100% success rate, I gave my
But one's been
fucking
doing
opinion.
it for double the time.
I
Double the
gave
time.
my opinion. Y'all asked my opinion.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your logic?
What's your
When it
logic?
comes to
First, first off, can I get an apology? Because that was kind of rude. That was
Oh.
kind of rude. Was that kind of rude? Was that not rude?
Oh.
We're done.
No.
I was agreeing with you too.
No,
I was
but
like,
you cut
yeah,
me
we
off.
should-
You did cut me off because you thought what I was saying was bullshit.
And this is probably going to shock a lot of people that don't know about it. So
Something that you have to do. Okay. Good. Cool.
What's wrong with that nigga?
he's drunk.
Nigga,
I
the
keep trying to
fucking-
tell you,
He
he's
popped it.
drunk.
Fake.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Justin Hollen podcast. Today, I got these three niggas on here that y'all know. Oh, sorry. I mean, brothers. We'll say that. Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth.
And so for Juneteenth,
that was
we're gonna
2
ask you
days
some.
ago.
Harvin, we're gonna ask you some
It's
questions.
always come to me first, right?
Well, I mean, yeah.
All right, go. Barack Obama, Kanye West.
Bro, what?
What are you
is
talking-
the- hold on.
Favorite black people?
I thought that's what you were about to ask
No,
me.
I was gonna ask if you had to get murdered by a group of bugs, which bug would it be?
My name's Nigel. It has been a pleasure to be here.
Relax,
Invited here
relax,
today.
Yeah, my bad,
relax.
My bad.
If I had to choose a group of bugs,
Yeah, you can
kill me.
You can back away a little bit. Yeah.
I'd be okay with dying to, like, what's like a respectable bug?
What?
That's what I'm saying. Just introduce yourself, because this shit right here is not gonna fucking work.
I say a caterpillar.
A group of caterpillars.
A group of caterpillars.
Nigga, have you seen them?
Oh,
eat?
I'm sorry, centipedes. That's what I meant. Because have y'all ever
So
seen?
you want to be a human centipede?
No, but I'm saying, have y'all seen the
That's
human
his role
centipede?
play.
Like the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you want to die?
I mean, if I'm gonna go out some certain way, I'd rather.
You wanna go out by eating ass?
Is that what you said?
Bro, you freaky as hell. What's your name, dude?
For anybody who doesn't know me already, my name is Harvin. It's not Harmon.
Who called you that?
Who called you Hartman?
Nelly Furtado over here.
Who? All right, bro. All right. You are.
My name's Jason. Jason Furtado.
Okay.
And you are?
I know. I said my name first.
You said Nigel. What's your last name?
Baker. Yeah.
Do you like that last name? Like, would you keep it? Like, if you were a girl and you got married, would you?
Why do I have to be a girl?
All right. Well, let's talk about it though. Like Nigel.
Why do I have to be a girl?
So do you want your future wife
Ooh,
to
here we
have
go.
your last name, or
Here we go.
are you gonna let her keep her last name?
Oh.
Because that's a very common thing nowadays. A lot of girls don't want to change their last name, so they're just keeping theirs. And then it becomes a debate when the kid comes, because either you got a long-ass hyphenated last name, or it's just you pick one or the other.
I think that I should own my identity and keep my last name because
Wait.
No, but are you going to want your girl
Yeah,
to
you're not a
take
girl.
it?
Oh, okay, got you.
when you get married.
My last name's fine. Do you guys not like my fucking
No,
last name?
I'm
No,
just
you're
saying,
asking me right now.
If you're, let's say you propose to your girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, all right, like, let's get married.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, I'm not going to change my last name.
Okay.
How would you feel?
Disrespected?
Really? Right?
No.
You gonna slap her?
Whoa.
What?
Why did we...
Okay, I don't know what he's talking about. But honestly, all jokes aside, I don't know. I don't think I would mind. I think that my last name isn't bad. I've been bullied about it for a long time.
What did you get?
What the actual fuck are you laughing
No,
at?
because I was thinking, imagine if, like...
Damn, bro, this is what I'm talking about, bro. Did you open that shit with your teeth?
That shit.
Damn.
How did you even open that?
Just right here,
Okay.
right next to the mic.
What if you had, like, some
Got a
ugly...
hole in his lip, bro. God damn.
What if you had, like, an ugly-ass last name, though? Like,
What if you had an ugly baby?
You can't
What do you
speak that.
mean?
We can't even speak on that topic because I feel like you speak that shit into existence.
What do you mean? Ugly baby? All babies are ugly.
fuck.
All babies are ugly.
You ever
as
seen a
crazy.
cute baby?
You think all babies are ugly?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
With you,
That's kind of
Justin?
crazy. No, I've seen some very beautiful babies. I've seen some very beautiful babies, but I also think there are some ugly babies.
Right.
So, if your baby came out ugly, do you think you would be able to tell, or since it's your kid, you would just look at it as like this bundle of joy, so you wouldn't be able to tell if your baby's ugly as fuck?
I think that if
And
you...
would you want me to tell you?
No, I wouldn't
Okay.
want you to tell me.
Okay.
But if I saw my baby, and I don't know, like, let's just say he had an abnormal, like, large nose.
Then your baby will be black. I'm joking. Continue.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you still love the baby?
I would still love the baby, but it'd just be a little like, as soon as he comes out, I'd be like, like, damn, like, we made that. But, I'd be cool with it.
You would say we made that?
That. Not even its name. That.
Okay,
Like-
this podcast is starting off on the wrong foot.
Right. Let's switch topics. Segue.
Iran, Israel.
Whoa.
What do you? What,
Kill them all.
Right.
What side you on?
Yo, I can't. Cut that shit out, bro. I can't.
No,
I
don't
can't.
cut it
Bro,
out.
I
Don't cut it
can't,
out.
bro.
Don't cut it
Hell
out.
nah,
Do
bro.
not
He's
cut that out.
wilding
Do not
out,
cut
bro.
that
I don't know
out.
who this. I don't know who this is,
Do
bro.
not cut it out.
He's wilding out.
That's
bro.
Nigel's friends,
That's
guys. By
not
the way,
my friend.
He brought him here.
That's
we
not
haven't met
my
him.
friend. He's
To
wilding
be
out.
clear, I just showed up off the street.
Can
Right.
you rephrase what you said and first of all apologize?
What did you mean by that?
And then
Yeah.
rephrase what you're saying.
No, don't rephrase. But what did you mean? Maybe we
Anybody?
had
You should apologize.
Yeah. Wait.
So look,
Maybe we had a misunderstanding.
I will apologize
To which side?
to the innocent people, but if their government comes
looking
for
right
the
at the
American
camera.
government,
Ooh.
take them out. If they try and send a bomb to my crib, blow them niggas up. Take them out the game.
So once they okay, both of them, both sides.
Well, whichever one wants to harm us.
Okay, true.
So
I do
which one do you think? So when you said kill them all, who are you talking about?
mainly Iran. They're the.
I think everyone should.
Weren't you
I
a
think
Marine?
everyone should-
So how do you feel about it? Weren't you a Marine?
Oh.
Yeah, we should keep our fucking ass out that shit.
No, but suppose we get in it. Suppose they go blow up your mama house. What's your
bro
initiative gonna
why
be?
are you so mad?
Because
we're gonna turn that bitch into Sandlot.
exactly.
We're gonna turn that bitch into Sandlot.
They blow up your mama house. We turning that bitch into rubble.
What do you think about that, Nigel?
I think we should all just be cool with each other. I think everybody should just chill and
Right,
we
but
should
what if they blew up
remain
your
peaceful.
mom's house?
That's very,
Hard.
very,
Hard.
very unlikely.
Yeah, what do you mean by that? Just his mom's house?
He don't got a dad?
That's crazy.
No. He said that. He said just his mom's house.
I don't think he was
That's
saying
not
that I
what I
don't
was-
have a dad.
Yeah, I was just saying
And
like
statistically, if somebody didn't have a dad, I mean,
It would be
I mean, are you not black too?
no.
What are
what
you?
are you? Wait, actually, Jason, let's talk about something. We don't have to like talk about Israel and Iran and shit, But does everybody know like what their true heritage is?
Yes, sir.
You do for real?
Not like ancestor DNA, but I know the history of
the Furtados?
Jamaica and stuff like and the Furtados. Like I have a family tree book, so
right.
So how far back does it go?
Yeah.
So like if we're going like way back, Jamaica was a slave trade island, but Jamaica was mainly full of Ethiopians. So it was like it was Africans and Ethiopians, but it was mainly more Ethiopians. And Ethiopians are slightly Indian, so that's why we have like a bunch of stuff like curry goat, curry chicken, stuff like that. But my family, like I have what is it? What I forgot what he was. My like great
Jamaican
grandfather. Yeah. He was like from some Hispanic island, like not Puerto Rico, not Cuba. It was something.
So it's like Jamaican jerk.
I think this nigga just chatting, bro.
What? So is
is
Jamaican jerk just Indian cuisine?
No. Jerk is its own thing.
It's not from Ethiopia?
Yeah, nah. It's like the spices are like are cross-utilized, but
how did they get the spices here? Like, do you think when they put them on the ships, right? Do you think they let them like grab your favorite 3 belongings? Like you had a backpack?
Bro, this shit isn't Auschwitz, bro. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Do you think when people got on them boats that they were allowed to take stuff with them?
They weren't really allowed to take.
It's 64 degrees in here, nigga.
They weren't allowed to take stuff that I'm not gonna necessarily say the white man, but the slave owners found valuable. So they were really given the scraps and they did whatever they could with the scraps.
You being for real?
Yes.
Okay.
Like a lot of common delicacies today.
Nigga, are you good?
He's not. He's gotta be lit, bro. He gotta be
part of it, bro.
For most of this video, please skip to the last 2 minutes of Jason talking and look at Nigel's face the entire fucking time, bro.
I'm just listening.
Okay, I'm just saying, rewind it back and watch Nigel's face.
I'm literally listening.
Okay, agreed.
All right.
Okay, Nigel, what about you? Do you know your family heritage? Like, where are y'all from?
Y'all?
The bakers.
The bakers.
You people.
Where y'all used to bake?
No, I don't.
You really
and
don't?
That's something that I've been thinking about
doing.
doing.
Where are you from?
Can I answer your fucking question?
I'm just trying to get it.
He's from where the bad man.
So
Central C. His cousin.
Jason. So I have actually been thinking about doing the ancestry.com thing, but I heard that they keep your DNA and they figure out a way in the future to maybe clone you.
Yep.
So I have not been on the website to get a kit. So
what's your best?
I'm not done.
God damn.
So I have not done that, but I really want to know where I'm from because I'm like having strong ties to Mount Kilimanjaro,
Nigeria.
All right.
I'm just asking.
He
like,
has strong ties to motherfucking pit bulls.
To what?
Pit bulls.
What?
Pit bulls.
What is he talking about?
He's saying because black people love pit bulls.
Okay.
I did not say that. I did not say that.
Let's stay. How about this?
So you have no idea though, like where your family tree, like,
originated.
Yeah. Like this is why I was starting to ask. Like, where are you from? New York, right? Where's your mom from?
I'm not even.
Okay, so
New York.
Where's your mom from?
I'm not even.
He's a Florida baby.
Okay, where's your grandparents from?
Earth. I don't know.
Justin,
were they like raised in the U.S.? You think?
My grandparents.
That's the fuck I said.
What did you think you said?
What the fuck do you think I meant by grandparents?
Relax.
I'm about to hang my headphones up
and hang you.
Never mind.
Okay, my grandparents. Okay. So my grandma is from New York. No, Florida.
Right.
I think. And her grandmother and her mom is from Florida.
Okay.
My great grandmother's mom.
Right. Here we go.
Why are you acting like this like first 48 or some shit? Like you're so happy to figure out like where my people
I'm just
from.
Asking, bro.
And my great grandmom's mom, I have no idea. I've never seen her. I don't know what she looks like. I don't know where her family, where that side. I don't know. I don't know anything. You know. So I feel like when it comes to you, you know where you come from, right?
A little bit.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I was born in Charlotte, you know.
Right, but where was your grandmother born?
Which one?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
One was born in Mexico. Why are you laughing?
No, he had said something crazy.
No, I didn't.
He did.
I was thinking we didn't jerk chicken.
No.
Why'd you start laughing?
You gonna do what to the chicken?
So my grandma's from Mexico, and then my mom's from Mexico. I'm first generation.
You good?
First generation American. Mexican American. Do you have dual citizenship?
What the fuck is
I'm
going
just asking
on?
a question. What the fuck?
No, hang on.
What the fuck? Bro, what happened?
Continue.
My dad's side from Honduras. Bro, what is funny?
What is funny about that?
No, like
Bro.
he was like something about a Batman or something like that.
No, I didn't. No.
So my granddad from my dad's.
The fuck are y'all laughing for?
Nigga, why are you laughing? No, because he's laughing and he's
seriously,
laughing.
Seriously.
All right, come on. Go.
Hey, again, you know, just don't laugh. You know, it means a lot to me.
I wasn't laughing at you.
Okay, what were you laughing at?
With you.
Oh, okay.
Continue.
All right. So my dad's from.
Touch you.
Keep talking. You don't got to stop talking.
You touched me.
Your dad
My
side from
dad's
Honduras.
from Honduras,
Mom, Mexico.
Mexico.
Okay, their parents.
They're from her parents are from Mexico too.
What? This guy, don't touch me. Don't touch me because I didn't say nothing. I didn't do nothing. The camera proves it.
No, man, sit down, bro.
Right,
Dad,
come
Honduras. Mom, Mexico.
What about your grandfather? Go there. Mute
My
Nigel's
granddad's
mic.
from Mexico too, and
Bro, it's just gonna keep repeating. Mexico.
So he went from Mexico to Honduras?
no, my dad's side is from Honduras.
Listen. I think that it's dope that you have.
Two. I have three.
Wait, what's the other one? Mexico,
Honduras,
Grandma's nigga, what
and
are you talking
American.
about?
Oh.
When it comes to Honduras, have you been there?
I've been there
And Mexico.
and Mexico.
Which one do you like better?
Yeah.
Aesthetically, because I've been all over Honduras, is Honduras.
The bananas.
Really?
Better
They
than
got
Mexico?
the bananas, right? Bananas? Or pupusas, which one?
Oh, what was the first thing you said?
Bananas?
Pinatas?
Bananas. B-A-L.
If y'all know what the fuck he's saying,
You
please
know
let
what
me-
the fuck I'm
I
talking
have
about. You
no
don't know
idea
what a banana is?
bananas are, bro.
Wait, how you spell it? What's a
Banyata.
banyata?
B-A-L.
Nigga, that is what your
Oh,
grandma.
a baleada.
Yeah. This nigga knew the whole time.
You just said banyata and then
thought he
said
said-
B-A-L.
I thought he said
when
the car.
when I order it, they say
Miata.
when I order it, they know what the fuck I'm talking about.
A piñata.
So I
That's
would
a
say
mix.
this, right?
And then my great granddad is from my dad's side is from Cambodia.
Shut the fuck up.
Nigel is struggling
I swear to God, I have a black uncle.
Cambodia
Cambodians
doesn't
are not
mean
black.
Is not Cambodia like?
You're just very
Cambodia is not. You think Cambodia is in Africa?
Who
I
did that
never
in the
said
mic?
that.
Who did that in the mic?
What?
What?
That loud ass fucking bird.
I would probably.
You
It
said
was not me.
You said that your grandfather, or who? Who's
Great
from Cambodia?
grandfather.
Who's Cambodian?
What the fuck are y'all talking about?
What?
Bro?
Who's Cambodian in your family?
I'm gonna lose it.
Nobody.
I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna crash out.
All right,
What the
all right.
fuck did he just say?
All right, all
I'ma
right.
crash
listen,
out.
Let's
All right,
switch
Justin. Where?
gears.
What about you? What
Let's
about
switch
you?
gears.
Wait, we
no,
got
let-
one more. Just might as well let Justin finish. You know.
Where do y'all think I'm from? Y'all know what niggas know where I'm from. Africa.
Wait, no, bro. For the people that don't know, have you ever talked about like what's your
My
heritage?
heritage. All right, my mom
From slave
Yep.
master.
My parents.
And slave.
from Charlotte.
How you mixed? All right, go. My fault. Go.
My grandparents. One side is from Asheville. The other side's from Philly. The black side. You could have guessed that. After that, the black side just kind of cuts off history. You know. White side, we've been here since the American Revolution.
Damn. They've been around.
Colonists.
Y'all definitely owned like
You
a lot of
own
stuff.
You
Yeah,
own
so-
Nigel's grandmother.
Well, no, my grandparents actually, my
Oh my god.
my great grandparents owned my great grandparents. So like they were like,
So they knew each other.
it's like string theory, invisible string theory. Yeah. So like I was gonna come from that, obviously, because it was like owning each side was owned.
So I'm just saying what you said. So you said your great grandparents
Keep going, more greats.
Owned.
A couple more greats. Yeah.
owned your great grandparents.
Yeah. Apparently.
So
it was
in retrospect, your great grandparents made love with your other great grandparents because you said they owned your great grandparents.
so it's incest.
I think he's just thinking of a novella.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think he doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
Can we pick a different topic because he's overcomplicating this.
No.
Overcompensating.
Overcomplicating.
All right, bro. How about this?
No
man?
habla
Maybe we
inglés.
should-
If you
Listen
had
to this.
all right.
No
what,
habla
you had a question?
inglés.
No, you can go.
If you had all right, I mean, you have a couple disabilities. If you had to pick one, if you had to pick one physical deformity,
What disability do I have?
I can't say it. But if you had to, Jason, if you had to pick one physical deformity, like you had to have a limp,
I don't have a disability.
a lazy eye, what would you choose? Anything.
I
Like,
wouldn't
You
mind
can't
having
hear,
like,
like
Is
you're
it-
deaf?
Is it limp or lazy?
No, deaf. Like if you
like
had to
any
have
sort of disability.
physical deformity, like would you want like a small arm?
I wouldn't mind having like cleft lip or something.
That's curable. You can get surgery for that. Like
Exactly.
You
you
get surgery
can't
for
get
it?
you can't get your arm stretched out. Pick something you got to live with.
Okay.
You know.
You would live with cleft? Nah, but you could choose that, but you gotta live with it.
Yeah. You
Then I don't know that I'd live with cleft lip.
A lazy eye?
But I ain't finna fucking like all day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a good question.
let's ask Nigel. What would you choose?
Disability wise?
Yeah. What disability would you be okay with? Like,
Here's a
living
couple
with?
that you can think of: cleft lip, club foot.
What the fuck is
Clubfoot is when like you walk on the sides of your feet. Like you see a regular person's foot. Clubfoot is this. You're walking on the sides like this the whole
It's
time.
like a club.
You could have hypospadias.
What is that?
It's a common malformation in where you basically your urethra is in a different spot.
urethra.
The dick hole.
It's on your belly button.
Oh, wait. So you pee out of your belly button?
No, you won't pee out your, but like it'll pee out the bottom of your dick or like the top of it, or it'll like.
Bro, imagine having a whale dick where that shit sinks up, then going straight.
What?
Oh, you can have limb defects, like one of your arms.
What would you want, Nigel?
Down syndrome.
Imagine Nigel. How would Nigel look if he had Down syndrome?
Two eyes going down.
Oh, I didn't say that. I was just saying, like, if he had
What's your
it.
brother got?
We ain't gonna do that on the podcast. We ain't gonna do that
Like
on the podcast.
Would you do a third nipple?
I would do a third nipple. I'll do a third nipple.
That's a disability?
Actually, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Would you rather have a third nipple?
Maybe some would consider that a ability.
Would you rather have a third nipple or one nipple?
Third.
Like
What about two
actu-
dicks?
Do they both work?
Right. Because if you think about
How-
it, let's just say you had two dicks, right?
But DP.
You think you'd have a favorite?
DP, dog.
You think you'd have a favorite?
I mean, if you had both dicks,
Yeah.
like you'd have a favorite dick.
Yeah.
I'm sure they can both be a little different.
Like, do you have a favorite ball?
A favorite? Oh,
Left or right?
I'd say right. Right
What?
hangs just a little bit lower.
Nigel?
What?
Nigel, what's your favorite?
How was you guys' day? Like, what did you guys do today that you felt like, you know
That's
what?
a real question to ask, though.
Like-
because if you really think about
This
it, like,
nigga is like,
Okay. You can't call him that. You
what
can't.
the fuck
You
is
can't
going-
call him that.
Yes, you can. He's from Cambodia.
Bean.
whoa.
All right,
Which
all right.
ball hangs a little lower?
Listen, you are about one more racist joke from losing your
He's
job, bro.
already there, bro. 24 hours from now,
About
Jason.
to lose your job, bro. Listen,
Hey, let me talk to you for a second.
nah. What happened today? That
Jason does have some ancestry behind him, bro.
you please shut the fuck up.
Look at his hands.
Harvin, bro.
Those are like.
What happened today?
Lock in.
What happened today that you can come on a podcast and be like, you know what, this shit happened, and I want to tell a story about it. Like, what out of the normal happened today?
Nothing.
At all. Today was just a normal day. Nothing at all.
Tell us
happened.
about your perfect day, Nigel.
What?
What's a perfect day? What you mean? Huh?
I think, bro, I truly think he already has a disability.
I told you that at the beginning.
It's either that or
It's fucking hot.
Bro, I have the AC at 62.
It's either
fucking hot.
Yo, it's either that or him and Nigel got beef. Harmon and
That's crazy.
Nigel got
Okay.
beef.
Let's
Here.
actually start the podcast. Like, let's get on track.
All right.
Yeah, it's at 62, nigga.
Yeah, and it feels perfect in here. Like,
You're
I
not
feel,
sweating?
I feel good. No.
Okay.
I feel good.
He just get nervous.
I saw that. Freaky
what?
ass nigga.
Maybe we
What?
should switch to the shot or not.
He just
It's a good
winked at you.
segue.
You want to do shot or not?
Yeah, but
My name's Matt.
Bro,
Yeah, let's just fucking do shot or not.
y'all niggas,
Okay.
y'all have ADHD for real.
they
All right.
do. Both of them.
You have ADHD.
Right.
I do take Adderall.
What is that?
Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite section of this podcast. Shot or not?
Wild.
Today, we got Sup Crush
Vodka.
Sup Crush Vodka. Wild cherry flavor. You can see it right here.
Okay.
Supposed to be the best vodka ever made in North Carolina.
Oh,
It's
is
from
it?
Greenville. Y'all ever had Sup Dog?
No.
I've heard of Sup Dog, but I never had it.
This dumb ass.
Huh?
Okay, while we're doing that,
I know that you were trying to do that corny dad shit.
No, I'm being dead ass. Look, where's it from? Look,
It's in Raleigh.
look right here. What's
Sup
it say?
Dogs.
It says what? What's this day on there? What distillery is that?
Sup Dogs.
Oh,
Sup Dogs.
Damn.
Oh.
Is that shit smoking?
Yeah. I put it in the
Oh my
In the
god.
freezer.
yeah, the good freezer.
so while he's doing that, what is like your dream?
Let me get a smell.
Like, what's your like your dream salary?
Can I get a smell?
Not like your dream salary, but a salary that you
Well,
make
I'm
and you're
for
like,
it,
okay, I'm
because
comfortable
there was-
making this for the
there was
rest of my
something
life
else
until
in
I
this
die.
cup.
I swear to God on my mother's life, I think I'm already there.
What?
I'm happy. I am truly happy.
So, do you think that
I work a primarily commission job.
primary commission?
Primarily commission. But the commission that I make is like it's you can actually do it every month.
So you don't mind retiring at your job with the salary that you're making right now?
Yes. I'm okay with it.
You okay with it?
I'm 100% okay with it.
So, how much do you make a year?
If I say it, you have to say it.
Why? I'm asking you
Why
the question.
can't
I'm
I
asking
ask you
everybody
this-
the question. Actually,
If you're gonna ask everybody the question, that you gotta answer it.
no, it's my question.
No, you got to answer it.
It's my question.
You got
I'm
to answer
asking
the
y'all.
question.
Harvin.
If I answer it, if you say it, I'll say it. I swear to God. How about you say over or under? I'll say over once. You only got one shot.
Okay. So I gotta ask you.
Yes.
Is it over?
One shot.
Okay. Is it over?
And you got to be honest.
Shut
No, because you gonna lie. So you got to be honest.
Nigga, he's asking the question.
What? Okay. Right. Let me see. Is it over 80?
Yes. Shut up, Nigel.
Bro, you can't dap me up. So it's 6 figures probably.
Yes. I'll stay there. I'll stay there and that's it. I swear to God, I'll stay there. Oh my goodness.
can you-
Harvin.
I'm sorry. I kicked it.
So right now you're
you buy me
making
some
over 6
shoes?
figures right now.
Yes.
I feel like that's comfortable. I feel like in today's age that's
So
comfortable.
the thing is, it's not.
It's not. You don't think it's making over 6 figures?
They say in
'cause you don't know what
Charlotte
six-
to really
Bro,
live
what the
comfortable, you at least got to make 200.
Harvin, what are you doing?
Are you serious?
Yes,
It's
to
like
like not
flopping.
have a worry about living in Charlotte, like nice house, not having a worry about anything. They say 200.
200K.
Yes.
So
to
is
live
that for
comfortably.
is that for a household?
Yeah,
per person?
that's for a household.
Which I think is definitely doable.
Yeah.
200K
You
is
think
doable.
200K is doable?
Do you know
it's
On a
doable
household
to-
income?
You've been making 6 figures for too long.
Yeah. Do
No,
you
I
know?
haven't.
Do you know what the median salary is?
Yeah, I do.
I
Per
probably
person?
make the median salary. I probably make the median salary.
No. I don't think so.
Yeah, what is the median salary though?
For
Right
North
now.
Carolina.
For North Carolina, salary per person
Yeah.
or household.
Or do per person.
Do
because
per person.
a lot of people live on their own.
Do per person.
52,000.
That's
Good.
That's in North Carolina.
That's Charlotte.
Wow.
North Carolina will bring it down because everywhere else is pretty cheap.
So
compared to
Yeah,
Charlotte.
North Carolina, yeah, except Raleigh and Wilmington.
so $50,000 a year is how much people are making on average in Charlotte.
yes.
And do you think you can live?
no. But I also think that like
That comes with the more money you make, because once you get to a certain amount and you're making that steady amount all the time, your needs that you have to have stuff, you upgrade your lifestyles slowly, even though people don't notice it.
Have you
what?
upgraded your lifestyle from like what you were making before you got six
More
figures?
traveling.
But like
No,
day to
not as
day-
fits. No, like I don't buy more expensive clothes. I don't buy like
do you go out on like more expensive like meals, restaurants, and
more dates with
more expensive?
More dates with. Wait, what do you mean by that?
like more dates.
With
Like,
You know,
niggas?
you just go out. You just go
Like
out.
date night happens more often
Oh,
than,
true, true,
than
true.
what it used to.
Yeah.
And are you going to like more like finer restaurants and stuff
I'd
like
say
that?
I'd say that I go to like when we go to a restaurant, I don't mind like saying I don't really
drop 1K. You don't mind it.
Jason, shut
not
the
at that. If
fuck
a
up,
bill's
Jason.
gonna get over
Please
it-
let
You
him talk.
no. Because you cut him off a million times too.
Arvin, continue.
I just say like like if you go to a nice restaurant and like you're at where like I said, my salary is where I am comfortable. Like if somebody told me, Harvin, you have to live on this salary for the rest of your life, if we're going with inflation at least, I'd say like if we're at the same income that life will forever be at, I'd say that I'm okay. But if like inflation goes up, then of course I gotta make more money too. But yeah, like if we go to a nice restaurant, like nothing, bro, no, because I'm a really humble guy. But like I don't mind going to take my wife to a very nice restaurant more often than I used to.
So what
how
is
do
the
you-
most
Whoa.
expensive bill that you've had?
There's definitely people who have had much more expensive bills
100%.
than me, but I would say like 500. I think.
Nigga, what?
Where
You know
was
what's
At a
crazy?
restaurant?
What restaurant was this?
I'm gonna tell a small
At a
story. I'm
restaurant?
gonna say a small story.
What restaurant was this?
We went to we just went to Steak 48. I bought this nice steak. My wife bought this like fish thing, right? And we got like some drinks. It was a really good time. But from there, my wife looked at my steak. She fucking hates bloody steak or anything.
How you get it?
Medium rare.
Perfect.
Especially at that specific place. I was like,
Yeah.
let me try a medium rare steak from here. It was like a dry aged, nice ribeye steak. And my wife's like, you know what, Harvin? That looks pretty good. She takes a bite of it. And I look at her, and my wife just does this. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I show her my steak, and I'm like, look, my steak's more bloody. Like, your bite was fine. She's like, okay. And she just stops. That entire food she ate, she threw it all up into a brown, like a paper bag.
At the restaurant?
At the restaurant.
Oh.
And then from there, the bag started leaking, bruh.
Oh my God.
And I told the waiter we had to switch seats and everything, but
You tipped him? That's why it was that much?
I was
or
gonna say,
what?
where did the $500?
Yeah, right, that's what
how
I'm
much,
thinking.
Where was this paper bag from?
Why
Michael
couldn't they
Kors?
just take the steak
we
she
bought
threw
the
up
steak.
and
We
put it
bought
back on?
we bought an appetizer, on 2 entrees, drinks, dessert, and then the tip.
And that was $500.
Yeah.
$500
I think the steak alone was like $150. I
for
think
just
like,
a steak.
What'd you
just
get?
that specific. Dry aged, bone in, like 12-ounce ribeye.
Okay.
I think it was a really, really good steak.
I've done the same thing, but it's only because I got an employee discount.
So how much was your bill?
It was like 6.
For how many people?
2.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
Because
I've
that's
never
when
had to bill
that's when
never
I
had to bill
go.
like that.
That's if I'm going all out. 3 drinks each. 3 drinks each. Drinks are already like 15, 20 a pop, and then you got your steak. I'm with me being a chef and everything. I want to try each course. I want to actually try and course it out. So then I got a appetizer, a salad, a soup, entree, and I got a dessert.
So
Soup
what
is really good at most places.
all right? So what is like the order for how you should like go about?
Uh-oh.
Like
So-
what is yeah?
So
Can we take this shot real quick?
yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it again?
All right, real quick, back to shot or not. Sup Crush vodka, wild cherry flavored, from North Carolina, from Fayetteville. No, I was kidding. It's from Greenville. You know who else from Greenville?
Hold on. But your most expensive bill.
Bro, we're about to talk about it. We're just gonna take the shot real quick.
Okay. I just wanted to see the number.
Honestly,
mine's not like crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably like.
But because he doesn't have like a, I mean, I was gonna say,
He still goes on dates.
but you wouldn't spend a bet. All right, we'll talk about this in a second.
Okay,
We'll
okay.
we'll talk about this in a second.
All right, cheers. I'll tell you what mine was.
Cheers,
afterwards.
cheers.
And then y'all gotta, you know the drill.
That wasn't bad. He wants another one.
Not
He
right
put it
now.
right out front.
Y'all ever had the what's it called? The Up and Up cough medicine from Target?
No,
The red
that
one?
do taste like medicine.
That shit tastes just like medicine. You think they put vodka? Never mind.
But you were asking what's
Yeah.
the proper course?
Wait, I thought we were. Can we say if it's
Okay,
a
fine.
shot?
Mine was probably like.
Wait, a shot or a knot?
Oh yeah, fuck, you're right. All right, let's go. Go first.
I'll 1 through 10.
Shot or not? Yeah. Just shot or not.
I'd give it a 7.
So would you
So it's a
drink it
shot?
again?
Yeah, I'd drink it again.
Okay.
Every time I've drank vodka, it never tastes like anything to me. So no, whoa.
I thought you said you was gonna drink it again.
shit.
Oh, my bad,
Not
my
right
bad.
now.
All right,
we got to
Nigel,
make the
shot or
rest of the
not?
pod.
I don't really like vodka like that.
So what?
I label it like a 5, 6.
So it's a knot.
Yeah, it's not, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like
Wait,
vodka
a 6
like
is a
that.
shot, low key.
Not really. It's a
Five,
knot.
no,
He wouldn't
5.
drink it again.
It's not bad. Like if it's the only thing to drink, I will drink it.
But he wouldn't choose.
If it
to.
was
I would
free,
choose
yeah.
to drink it. I
Gotcha.
don't drink
Okay.
vodka.
So
like
would
that.
you choose to drink it?
Yeah, I would.
I think-
Depending on the drink, because it's cherry flavor.
Yeah,
though.
I would choose to drink it because I do like vodka, but that's just me. And
Does
I'm not a
vodka
pussy,
taste
but-
like anything to y'all?
No.
This one does because that one was
yeah,
cherry.
No, but I'm just talking about like a burn.
I
or this
love
and that.
Grey Goose, dog.
But that doesn't burn to me.
I
don't
agree.
feel a burn. Like it's smooth.
I could have sworn somebody didn't we pour it on you?
I was gonna say it burned that time.
Yeah,
Burn
these motherfuckers.
They poured it in your eye.
Is it a shot or not?
It's not.
Dog, these motherfuckers.
Did you answer?
Yes, I said it's a shot.
All right, now hold on. Before we go off on that,
Yeah. Okay.
just answer what Justin asked.
Proper
poured Grey Goose
course.
on my head.
Proper course would be, if we're counting everything that hits that table, your drink first water, and then your drinks, appetizer, soup, salad. But a lot of places will count, or some people will do a soup or a salad as an appetizer too, But if you're going like fine dining and we're just talking about food, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably 5, 6 courses.
See, that's my thing. I don't like the American style of like eating, like
What,
how we
coursing
like
it out or getting
not coursing
everything
it.
at
Like
once.
ours is like kind of rushed.
It is.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is. It's been told by many chefs because a lot of places nowadays just want to push numbers, more money, more money, more money. For example, and no shade thrown to the general manager of this establishment, but there's a reason why I'll never go back. They push straight numbers. The restaurant, we've had people walk out on bills. Like, because suppose, we're in Charlotte, they have concerts at the Bank of America Stadium. Like, you got a bunch of people who are spending bread because they're only playing, who is it? Like, what's a famous country singer that's came to Charlotte before?
Chris Stapleton.
Yes.
Or the North Carolina fest that they had.
Yeah, Luke
Bryan.
Combs was at Bank of America, right? And the hotel was sold out. And it's a restaurant inside of a hotel, but it's also on the street. So, you get a bunch of foot traffic. They made so many reservations and they also tried to take walk-ins. But when your reservations are full, that means you can't take any walk-ins. But they were still trying to do walk-ins on top of that. And then the kitchen couldn't handle that amount of numbers. So then there's people waiting over an hour for their food. And then there's people walking out talking about like, I'm just leaving money on the table for the drinks. I'm just doing this. I'm just doing that. It's just American. Like, everybody wants numbers because that makes them look good. But if their facility can't handle the numbers, if
Then
you
it's
don't
bad for like the consumer.
yeah, it's bad for the consumer because you got to think about it. When you have suppose you have a restaurant on average doing 250 covers a night. The kitchen can
What's
handle
250
that.
covers mean? Like, what does covers mean?
Reservations.
Okay.
So 250 for the night. You know, that's what you guys do on average. And then you try to push double that, 500. You have to prepare your staff for that slowly. You have to slowly increase the numbers. You can't just sit here and spring 500 on them at once, because then it's going to turn into a shit show, and it did.
They're gonna be overwhelmed.
Yeah. So
Most expensive bill.
It was $380.
Yeah.
But it wasn't dinner.
damn.
That was
that at brunch.
It was a bar, like a cocktail bar.
Was it Crunkleton?
It was Crunkleton.
Yeah.
Crunkleton.
Bro, we added up. We got like
No,
one
Crunkleton
little,
adds up.
We got like
Yeah.
one little meal, and I was
You ever
like,
been to Crunkleton?
and like an appetizer.
I heard they have really good drinks. We should go after this.
bro,
I'm
they're
down.
you got to get a reservation on Saturday, but
Never mind.
Not
I'll
if we
talk
go
about
to the
that.
bar.
but yeah, Nigel, go.
No, my most expensive bill was like $320, bro. I don't be buying. I mean, I've paid for
I feel
people
that.
at the bar. Like I went to New York and I paid for like shots in like I don't know
For the whole place?
But New
No,
York
I
is
ain't
different. New York is different.
And I
Yeah,
spent like
those-
$450.
Yeah, those prices are
But
different.
like
in New York.
New York and-
food, my most expensive bill was like $300, $320.
New York, you're looking at, depending where you're at, if you go tourist, like Times Square type of thing, fancy ass bar, you're looking at like $20 a drink minimum.
But it's not even
In Vegas.
where I went. It wasn't even like that. It was cheaper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
Damn.
was cheaper.
You just
Yeah.
bought a lot of shit.
Nah, I had like honestly, if I tally everything up, I probably had like not me, but my entire
The whole
table.
trip?
My entire table that night had like probably I'd say 40 drinks. Probably like 30, 40 drinks. But that place wasn't expensive. And it was like a pub in Times
okay.
Square, off to like the side a little bit. It was a
I know.
pub
I know how you're talking, because
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
places like that
on
when
the
you go on the
side.
side.
Yeah. So
Not
it
in
was
the-
cheap.
30, 40 drinks.
You want to? I only spent like It's crazy that you said you spent what, like 4 something.
It's like
my
$450.
my whole recent New York trip, I only spent like 8. You spent half of my 5-day trip.
You didn't have to say that.
800.
You
You
didn't have
spent
to say
you
that.
spent
That's
half of my
not
5-day trip in a
brand.
day.
You didn't have to
In
say
a
that.
day.
You didn't have to say that.
I was going to
Harvard,
ask a
what
quick
were you
question.
What were you gonna ask earlier?
So
Okay.
yeah, Justin was about to. The reason that I was saying like Justin must have not spent a crazy bill, and it's reasonable for him to not have spent a crazy bill, because I wasn't gonna say that Justin's never been in a committed relationship, because he absolutely has. But what I was gonna ask is, would you spend, let's say you're on a first date with a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Not over 100.
Whoa. Well, I was gonna ask, what is outrageous of a price?
She ain't worth over a Benjamin. She ain't worth a Benjamin to me.
That's fair. I think if
Over 100 on a first date?
I've done more than 100, but I'm just saying the.
Damn.
What?
You said that like that was often.
Well, no, I'm just saying like
Bruh.
on a first date, I think you should like. It just depends. I don't know.
You should, you know.
So what if she's
Not
looking at
be
her phone the whole time?
Oh,
She gonna have to pay for half.
That's what I was
her
gonna
shit.
say. Would you tell her like go
She's
Dutch?
paying for half her shit.
Yeah,
Huh?
if
Would
she
you tell her to
ain't,
go Dutch, like to pay for?
if she ain't doing no acknowledgement, you know, not showing interest, like
She's like,
she
hey.
just wanted a free meal type of thing.
that's on me because
She's-
I should have
no,
did
she-
better research. I should have known that she was gonna do that. I mean, dead ass. So like, what? This is why. All right, I broke this down actually. I kind of like.
Why you start doing that face?
I wrote this out. Like what you should do on a date. A first date, most.
This
if
man
you're-
got a Bible on how to do a date.
So I know y'all
Nigel's lit.
Y'all are all taken. So, but if you are gonna go on a first date,
I see it.
listen.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I think the first thing you should do is do something really cheap. Like go get coffee.
Taco Bell.
It's like a. Don't do that shit. Go get coffee. Go
Don't
get
do
coffee. Go get ice cream.
Yeah.
Go to like Pelicans. Do something that's like
there's-
30 minutes.
Yeah, there's cheap stuff like that.
You
yeah.
should do that's if that's your. It shouldn't be like that's not the first date. That's like your meet them date.
But
I think everybody that ever goes on a date should do that first.
Ooh, okay.
Because then you don't want to. Because I mean, most people meet on social media online, so like, you want to make sure you don't get catfished and shit. What?
No, nothing. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, but yeah, and then you can go on first date. But what?
My first date, was like with my girlfriend right now was Optimus Hall, and And yeah, it was definitely fun because I've never been there before, and they just got a bunch of options. But Optimus Hall is expensive.
Yeah, but I mean Optimus Hall.
But at the same time,
you can go on a date for less than $50 there.
Yeah, you can still go on a date for less than $50. But if you don't want to be like, hey, you don't want to be like, hey, no, we ain't getting that shit. Like, you kind of want her to get whatever, And she kind of got whatever.
I mean, if you go on a first date, you should do something with activities.
Yes, that is something you could do.
I don't know what's going on.
I think he's lit, bro.
Bro, why the fuck did it get so damn quiet in here?
It did get
Y'all
quiet.
motherfuckers are quiet.
I was listening to him.
I guess, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but I think an activity date is a good thing because it'll force them to be off their phone and it'll show their true personality. It will.
That's true.
If you have to physically do something, not saying nigga take her to motherfucking Carowinds, but
all right. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay,
so
we don't got.
When it comes to
first off, can I get an apology? Because that was kind of rude. Was that kind of rude? Was that not rude?
We're done.
No,
I was agreeing with you too.
No,
I was
but
like,
you cut me off. You did cut me off because you thought what I was saying was bullshit.
No, I said you're right.
You said all right.
No, I said you know what? All right, you're right.
Did he say that?
I said you know what? All right, you're right. And then I said I was going to ask my other question.
It was kind of like, yo, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it kind of was.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
if you dap me up right now, we cool.
So how much do you make a year?
If you dap me up right now, we cool.
Boom. See, and this is why I didn't want to dap you up because you like sucking people's fingers and shit.
Whoa. What were you gonna say? What's up?
I was gonna say you said 100K, good rest of your life.
I didn't say 100K.
6 figures.
He said what you make now over.
I'm playing.
That nigga making like 50,000.
Making like 20. No, I'm playing.
You're making 6 figures.
Okay.
You and you're good the rest of your life. You don't have to make $1 million.
Really?
If I made $1 million a year, I would be okay.
No. But I'm saying, is that what you're striving for?
I think you'll be good for our
Jason,
eternity.
2 seconds. Fuck. Is that what you're striving for? Like, do you have to get there, or you think you're okay with just making 6 figures?
So what you asked originally, like, what would you be like okay with?
Yeah.
That's why I say like, yeah, I'm good now. If inflation were to stay the same, I truly actually would. Like, if my wife got a full time, I guess like that would help stuff. But if we added like a mortgage and things like that, I genuinely think that we would be fine for a while.
Does your wife work a full time right now?
Technically yes.
Okay.
But it's not like everyday full time.
Okay.
Is what I would say. She gets full time hours and she has full time benefits.
Yeah. But she doesn't really have to.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
My thing is, even with like, what
because I do. Because now at this point, I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm not saying that I make like $700K or nothing like that. Realistically speaking, I make
$725
like
an hour.
I think that I'll put it this way. I'm not gonna say what my salary is, but if somebody's making at least $160K a year,
you're good.
I think that you're fine. You can probably still afford a nice mortgage, like maybe like a $2,000 mortgage. Because if you're making, let's say $12,000 a month, I'm just putting it into perspective.
May I ask what you do?
Huh?
May I ask like what field? You don't have to say exactly where or what company.
Right here.
Nobody knows what the fuck that is.
You want to say?
I was only saying to you guys.
Nigga said that like there's a window.
Just say what it is. You already said it. I'm pretty sure. It's commission based.
Where I work.
It's commission based.
I work in sales.
Okay.
But I'm like a
office building or like
I work at a
like in front of people.
No, not in front of people. Like in an office building.
None of those niggas are making 6 figures.
And
there are.
I work over the phone and
car sales.
And I work like. I can say what I am. I'm like a loan officer. Okay. So I sell business loans. Okay. So like if I work with lenders, they're like, yo, if somebody says, hey, I need $250K like for my business, I can say, okay, I can give you $250K.
But you gotta tell them the interest and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm a loan officer, and that's pretty much it.
And you gotta convince them that it's a good deal, even
though
it's
a good deal.
Most of the sometimes it's not.
Well, it depends on people, because like if somebody needs. I'm just giving the perspective of what I say to people, right? Let's say you need $250,000 right fucking today. Yeah. You think that if you go to a bank,
they're gonna say no.
They're probably gonna take how long? maybe 2-4 weeks to get you that $250,000. If I say I can get you a $250,000 within 6 hours, but there's a premium price to that 6 hour turnaround time, then I'd say it's fair. But if you tell me, Harvin, I have like 4-6 weeks, I will tell you straight up, and there's no reason for you to need my help. Go somewhere else. But that's pretty much it.
So how much does a business need to make to get a loan for $250,000?
Like 2.5.
2.5 mil.
So it's like 10%.
Yeah, 10 to 15% is what they need to like. So like for me, I only speak to businesses that make over $300,000 a year. So that means that the least that they can qualify for is anywhere from like $30,000.
Okay.
But a business that makes like, let's say, 15 million could maybe qualify for like 1.5 million.
So how did you get into that type of work? Did you go college or did you just...
I didn't do college. I worked in sales originally at a gym.
Okay.
Then I worked for a bank, which is where I learned the like loan aspect.
Okay.
And then I got because I knew that I was good at like
Convincing people.
Yeah, that.
Finessing people.
No, not finessing. Helping people that need the help. Because it's not like I cold call people. I don't cold call anybody.
They already need the loans.
They need the loan.
They need the loan. They came to you.
Inquired for business from me. And during banking, I learned that portion. Mm-hmm. So I just quite literally went into a role that sells financial products.
So what's the biggest loan you've ever gave? You don't got to say who. What's the biggest loan you ever gave?
I don't think he can say who.
Probably like 300,000.
That's a lot of bread.
300,000. But I have coworkers that sold like 1.5.
It wasn't
Jesus.
But he's working with a business's money though.
Right.
I'm working with a lender.
Okay,
I'm working with somebody that sold. Like, let's say Nigel has so much money, right?
Jason has.
And
so
he
much
tells
money.
me, Harvin, if somebody needs money, just tell them to come to me and shit like that.
So you're like the middleman.
I am the middleman.
Like your company is the middleman.
And I tell you, Nigel, I found somebody that needs $250,000, but you got to pay me $15,000 for this
getting
loan, for me to get you this business, and then that's it.
You think your job is protected? Like, when will your job be, obsolete?
The only way that my job is obsolete is if the economy becomes so amazing that everyone in the U.S. is rich, and AI for some reason finds some sort of way to like have sales tactics.
What do you do that's different than like?
And I feel like there's somebody needs for it.
If somebody,
because I do at it. The premium price I sell sometimes is expensive.
Well, yeah, but all you're doing is somebody's calling. They need a loan.
Well, they inquire and then I call them.
Yeah, so, but what's the difference between them? Just what if people like that's? I feel like there's probably
because
like,
I have.
Hang on.
What if you have multiple offers for someone, but it's catered towards something they didn't realize that they might need. Let's say that they were thinking that we'd be able to get them more traditional something like, hey, let's say I told you, hey, you need $250,000. Maybe you're thinking, but I'll pay that off in like 10 years and like at a certain interest rate. And then I come at you and say, hey, by the way, you can pay this off within a year and at a higher interest rate because obviously the cents on the dollar cost. Let's say I sell you a loan for $250,000 and I say, over 10 years, you maybe pay on this $250,000, you're paying $500,000 over 10 years, right? Like similar to a mortgage. And then I tell you, but I'll give you $250,000. You pay it off within a year. You're only paying, let's say, for every dollar you borrowed, you're paying back that dollar plus 30 cents. And then people say like, oh, that's 30%. I'm like, well, on a loan cost, yeah, but 30%. So that's where the sales aspect comes into play.
30% of $250K.
I just don't.
Sounds expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't feel like. I mean,
for some people, it's not worth it. I don't disagree.
Well, no, I'm just saying. No, I feel like you're not that. Like in 10 years from now, AI could probably do that.
Can we take one more shot?
So
I'm down.
Before we take
you want
that
the
shot,
same one or something else?
Do you set your own commission or is it like
no?
Really?
So you can make.
Oh,
so you
shit.
So you could tell
I'll
them
say one thing.
You could
the most I've made.
I think what you're thinking is something else.
Off of a
the
single deal.
most I've ever made on one single deal.
Yeah.
On one single deal, I think it was like 3,000. But for example,
so you're closing deals every day.
But you set it up to where you made to where you. Yes. Like it's not like a preset number where this is how much you're making. you set it up to where you were making 3,000.
Exactly, because there's some months that where I only make. Well, no, I haven't had this happen, but hypothetically speaking, there could be a month that I only make like $5,000, but there's also months that I make
Only.
Well, I'm just saying,
no,
like, based on my like relative to like what I like on my like what my base salary is, I could make like $5,000.
Okay.
But there's months that I've hit personally, like the most I've ever made in 1 month was
$17,000.
Chill out, bruh.
The most you
Chill out.
nigga, you own, nigga. You're on.
Chill out.
You're on.
Chill out.
17
Chill
racks.
out.
I want you to know there's a quarter of the population in the
Nigel.
U.S. that makes that in a year.
Chill out.
17
Chill
racks in
Chill
1
out.
month.
Chill out. Chill out.
Oh my god.
Chill out.
All right, Nigel.
But I have coworkers that
Calm
have
down.
made like, you know, I have coworkers that like have made like
$1 million a
That's
year.
true. Comparisons
a
of beef and joy.
no.
No.
Like the highest you could probably make in the role that I'm in is probably maybe $500K.
Okay.
So I have coworkers that have made like 35,000 to 40,000. I think is the most.
It's kind of like a realtor then.
Yes.
Mm,
No, not in the fact that like he doesn't do the same stuff, but the
I
fact
don't have
that
to go out
he's,
and look for business.
but-
no, but instead of some realtors don't have to.
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, it's
there's
like
some-
he's the middleman between somebody wanting to buy a home and selling a home.
Exactly.
Except
like
he's
a
just
realtor.
somebody who wants
Yeah.
a loan and the bank giving you
I'm
a
the
loan.
actual loan. Like yeah.
He's just a middleman. But
Yeah.
I do think. So you think that like
My job protection, I'd say like yeah. I
Dude,
get it. It'd be very hard. Like
I don't see a lot of. I
see
don't.
your hand.
Do you invest?
You say you made 17 racks in 1 month. Let me see the watch.
Chill out.
17 racks in 1 month is
Richard
crazy.
Millie.
That shit's crazy, bro.
What's the most you've ever made?
Continue what you about to say.
So in retrospect, sales is a great role, but it really varies because not every. I personally think that there's a skill to sales, and that's it. But just like a chef, I know for a fact chefs can easily make anywhere from 15 to 20,000 too, because I talk to business owners that do make 15 to 20,000 a year, or like restaurant owners and things like that.
15 to 20,000.
I'm sorry, 15 to 20,000 a year, 15 to 20,000 like a month, or 15 20,000 a week.
But that's the thing. There's so many other like costs that has to be dished out
Yeah,
with that.
I
That's
agree.
everybody's salary. That's everybody's
I
this.
agree.
So then the
lot of the
owner
businesses-
might only pull in. There's a lot of restaurants, and there's even corporate restaurants because they're corporate.
Yeah.
You know, this location isn't even pulling in enough money to pay the
There's
rent.
There's a lot
But
of businesses.
another location is bringing in money. Like it could be a location in California.
Yeah.
But it's basically all the restaurants combined are covering this one restaurant's ass because they ain't making no money.
A lot of businesses you'll see that make like $500,000 a month, bro. It's crazy, right? But just as you see that in deposits, you go down to like their withdrawals. It's exactly the same. It's like 500,000 in withdrawals because of the expenses, the profit. I'm sorry, not the profits. The expenses, the payrolls, the expense cost, and just anything, equipment. So
the profit margin in like restaurant in the food business
so
is
hard,
terrible.
dude.
It's hard.
I can agree. I can agree that it's hard to make it. But
I'll tell DJ.
yeah.
That's crazy, bro. 17K, like,
And
that's
it's
insane.
As much as there are restaurants
And I started
opening,
my career in that about like 7 months ago. In case anybody from my job,
7 months ago.
in case anyone from my job saw that, like, you know, I'm being humble because I know that they're like coworkers that I have personally in the same office.
they don't make as much.
No, that make
more.
That
Make
make
a lot
more
more.
than me.
And then you got some that are just shit at their job.
No, because I'd say that the company I work for has professionals.
Okay.
Like every person that I work
do they
with is.
upbring people? Do they train people?
I'd say there's.
Do they give the people the backbone they need to even get started?
I was gonna say because there's like lower levels, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I started off in like a lower level where I only talk to businesses that make really only $300K a year. But I did really well personally in that team, and it was just the right place, right time, I would say, that they like gave me the role on the bigger team that like I can only talk to business owners that make at bare minimum $300K. But me personally, I look for people that make at least like at least over $1 million. If you're making over $1 million, that's the ideal client that makes me
The most money.
the most money, but also
can afford a loan.
I can help them exactly because if somebody's making $300K, it's really hard for me to sell them a loan that would be beneficial because I'm not there to just obviously take their money. No one's gonna make a terrible. I tell every single client that I have, take your time because this is a serious financial decision that you need to make. I'm not here to just fucking push something on you. You're not oblivious to what you've done for your business. Don't ruin your business if you think this is gonna disrupt your cash flow, for example.
Yeah. Sorry.
I
got a question. So you're saying you're fine with the salary, right?
My base salary?
That's why. No, like just what you have, like what you make right now.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like me personally, you're pretty like you have the ability to be complacent.
Well, that's what I said. If being complacent and wanting to achieve something is different.
No, not complacent. Oh my God, what's the other word? Like, you're fine with just being like.
I would say that
content. You're content. You're very content.
If I could have just like the only other thing that I could add to my lifestyle that would like make me say, hey, this is perfectly fine, is if I had an actual house under me, like a property.
But you're pretty content.
Yeah, if I had a mortgage, I'd be happy.
Where do you think that comes? Like, do you feel like you have the ability to be content?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
See, me neither.
But that's so what I'm saying. The question that he asked originally is like, what salary would you be comfortable with? I'd be comfortable with this, but ideally, my big goal in life is I have goals, of course. I'm not just gonna plan on working my 9 to 5 every day for the next 30 years. My goal is to eventually still do this career because it makes me good money, but also my true goal is to be a business owner. Because I talk to business owners, maybe, but
if your business made $100K, would you be okay with just
because it's my business? I would want to.
You want to push it.
I would want to make as much as possible. So like, if my business could make, if I see that my business is making $1 million a year, then I would say there's no reason that my business can't make 1.5 a year. And if I get to 1.5, I'm like, there's no way that my business got to 1.5. So now I can say that I can try to get to 2 million.
You think that's...
And so on and so on.
You think
so
that's
if
unhealthy?
I had to say a serious number where like, I'd just say anything. Like,
I think that's super toxic.
I was going to say, you think it's unhealthy? Wait, here, what I said.
The only thing is...
Let's take the shot first. Hold on.
Oh my God. There's another one. I got to piss, dude. All right.
No. What? Already?
Wait, can we wait? Let me just use the restroom.
Bro, take it. You do this and then use the bathroom.
Already?
Come on.
Fine. Cheers.
I think
Cheers.
before you go take a piss, I think that's very toxic though. I think the trait that we have, I think that shit's toxic as fuck.
I agree.
But I also think I wouldn't want to not have it because that's what got me.
Yeah.
You want to grind more. The only thing is, if you have a business, any type of business, you have consumers.
Yeah.
The only thing is, no matter how much you grow, you have to be aware of your consumers.
Yeah.
And like, all jokes aside, that show where it was like Undercover Boss at one point, like, even though, that was kind of like the CEO just going in and just disrupting, like shitty employees. But no matter how much your business grows, you want to make sure your consumers are always happy, no matter what field you're in. Because the consumers are the ones who get you your money.
So you'd rather have your consumers happy than your employees? I feel like if you have your happier employees, your consumers will be happy.
Yeah, but no, it's an equal thing. You have to keep it pretty leveled out, because people are always going to want more. But at the end of the day, your employees, you can only give them so much. Some people, it's just like, as a line cook, you want more. Some of them want more money, and they're just like, I deserve more money. But it's just like, what are you showing me for that?
Mm-hmm.
We're doing the same numbers. It's easy, but you aren't going above and beyond. So like, I feel like stuff is earned on top of that. Like,
so what I was gonna say, what about the toxic thing? You think that's?
I think that shit's super toxic, but it's like I can't
turn it off.
I can't turn it off. It's like everything.
Do you turn it off in any area?
I think that if we're just talking about what I do for work, it's like, I know for a fact on Sundays that's my like day where I take to myself, I chill, I relax, and I do anything. But that's only one day out the week. Every other day, I'm trying to see what I can do to get from this level to the next level. And even if I've made like the most money I've ever made in a month, it's like, okay, so what are we gonna do to not only stay here but continue to grow? Because I feel like if I'm stagnant, if I'm not moving, if I don't see like growth, I'm like depressed type shit. Like I need to see some type of growth for me to feel like I'm doing a good job. But
the analytics will kill you,
bro.
The analytics will kill you,
bro. Yes, bro. And I think that's like a lot of creators have said that they delete the
I was gonna say,
YouTube
how often
app.
do you think you open that more than social media?
100%.
The studio app?
100%.
Yeah.
I think that I'm constantly like I'm constantly checking it, and I'm constantly making sure that I'm growing, because I know that if you're not growing, it's like if you're stagnant, that's one step away from just decreasing, like you're going down. And I got a fear of doing that shit, so I continue to work. Like I feel comfortable and better while I'm working.
I got a question for that.
What?
How do you know, and this is for everybody, anybody can answer, how do you know what being humble is and stagnant? Because there's, sometimes you just have to stay where you're at. Sometimes you have to stay where you're at to get more.
Explain.
You have to you can do the same thing. Like he could be in the same sales position, but it's like he did 4 big sales, like record breaking, right? But they don't upgrade him to bigger accounts.
Yep.
And it's just like, why not? Like,
Because I feel like
but how do you know, like,
it's not in his power. Like my business is in my power for me to grow.
But
that's just
in
what I was
power.
gonna say.
That's in your
So,
power.
like, for example, I was going to say that I live the very traditional, I think, like, salesperson role. Truly. Like, anybody that works in sales will understand where I come from. Maybe not, like, car sales and things like that. It's a little bit different, but still the same foundation. But, like, somebody like Nigel, where he kind of has his own business that he's working on by himself, although I can treat my side as like my own business because I do talk to my own clients, and I still have like the foundation of what like my like company says. My company didn't really have like a training package. My interview, for example, was just a 1-hour conversation with the person. I think they just really wanted to see like, can this guy hold a conversation with like a random person?
So you're not on salary. You say it's commission.
I am salary. Like, I have a base salary, but my base salary is like terrible. It's like not good.
That's
like,
how most sales jobs are.
And a lot of sales jobs.
They give
are like
you
that.
like the shittiest salary.
However,
So what's the difference between your
commission-based.
job and my job if I don't have a cap? You don't have a cap either, though.
I don't have a cap. No. So like,
There is no difference.
God willing, hopefully, like if like somehow like I could make $1 million in 1 month, but that would be like
You'd probably
I'd have to fucking do like it'd be insane.
The
But
clients
the
have
point
to
is
be crazy.
exactly.
Yeah.
But there have been months like that I've only made like, oh my God, I'm not gonna say that because it doesn't sound humble. But I've made lower like than what I said earlier.
So do you feel like if you don't hit that 17,000 or anything close to
I
it,
chased the $20,000 mark.
right?
For
But
example.
I'm saying if you get anything lower than that, like for that month, do
like,
you
fuck.
feel like, damn, I fucked this month up? Like
it depends because sometimes I think like I'm like, fuck, I could only control what I could control. Like maybe the leads that I got that week were just trash, and I can't control that. I can't control the people that I do talk to because it's random people that I talk to.
Is there a part in your head that's like that's the bitch in you? Like that's like
Yeah,
like you're
100%. Because every week, every Monday, I'll go in and be like, all right, Harvin, let's think about what you did bad and like let's see what we can do better
to fix it.
Yeah, exactly, to fix it. Because now that I work a salary job, let's say, but the money that I make is truly up to me. Like I can give more effort at any given point. I think anybody can, but
so when do you stop though? Like when do you feel like, you know what, effort is not going to equal to me being okay and fulfilled in my personal life.
When I take into perspective what I could control. So like if I know that, Harvin, did you give 100% to your job? Let's just say your job. And do you know that you gave 100%? Then I'm like, okay, I'm fulfilled. I'm good.
But that's my problem, because if I know that, for instance, in your situation, if I know that if I made $17K in a month, that's my 100%.
Right.
And if I make anything less than that I didn't give my, even if I literally like gave everything I could, I know that my 100% is making 17.
Yeah.
And if I gave my 100% and didn't make 17, that just wasn't 100%.
But I think differently, because sales is just a little bit different than what you do, because I would say that a little bit of luck came into that. Like, I'd say that I'll just put it this way. It's pretty easy in my specific job, not in sales, in my specific job, to make at least like 10K a month. I'd say that's pretty easy in my job. So if I know that let's say if I hit 20K, there's no way that I hit 20K without having just a tad bit of luck. Just right place, right time in that single moment. But
so it's out of your control. No matter if you give 100%,
there's just
it's just out of your control.
There's just some
luck,
things that are out of your control.
So,
like you just happen to get there in that right moment. Especially like for you, because I know your income depends on how you perform as well.
Right. Yeah.
And that's like a little similar.
I think it's
I
similar.
think his is probably worse. I mean,
Yours is worse though, because there's a possibility. Well, actually, is there a possibility to make $0 in your role? Kind of, sort of. I would say not really.
In my career, what I'm like Nigel.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I would say exactly.
To make $0, no. Absolutely not.
Just because he has the history behind it to what led up to now.
True. That's
People
true.
are gonna look up a video and his.
But there's a base
stuff
that
will
you
come
can
up.
think of that you're like.
There's okay, put it like this.
Oh.
A bad month for me. Like a bad month for me.
And mind you, I might ask for you to buy me a drink after you tell me this.
You don't have to say the number, by the way.
I'm just say around.
Okay.
A bad month for me is like around 10, 15.
What the?
But
right.
hold on.
But so
I also have a lot of things that
can I get a meal after this?
It's a lot of things that I also take care of and stuff like that.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like,
go.
If I gross that, I still have a lot of things to break down in that month. So
Exactly.
I'm not taking 10 to 15 home.
So let me ask you something serious. Do you think the more money you personally make, or maybe like just, we'll put it this way, influencers make in general, do you think that your lifestyle obviously grows, but does your monthly bills grow out of like
100%.
wants or needs? Or needs? Be honest with yourself.
Can I give my opinion before you answer? What?
Wait, no, just let me answer. Let me answer.
My fault.
He's
Nigga,
crazy,
what?
Bro. You said out of wants or needs?
Yeah.
What's the split?
100% wants.
It's 100% wants.
No.
Because you have
think about the car he drives.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
It's not
a
100%
split.
wants, but it's the more my business and the thing that I does grows.
Yeah.
I personally want to make my content better for the viewer, which means there's going to be the monthly cost of doing that, of making quality content, is going to grow. Because if I know, okay, I made, like at the beginning, I made around like maybe $3K a month.
Right.
There's not much that I can fucking put into my content because I'm making $3K, nigga. I still have to eat and pay for my rent.
You think influencers really have to put money into like their content though?
I think the ones that care.
You think so?
Listen, put it like this.
I was gonna say
I wouldn't know. I'm just saying. I'm curious.
Put it like
Upgrades.
this. I love my supporters like 100%, like 100,000%.
Yeah, that's great.
And I try my best, me as a content creator, to make their viewing experience like top level, like top. Because in the 29-hour stream, I bought so much shit that cost a bag.
So what do you have a reinvestment rate?
So
like
no, I
Mr.
don't.
Beast is famous for saying I reinvest every single dollar.
No.
So how much do you?
Hold on. Let me answer this question first.
Yeah.
So basically,
That's a good question, though.
when it comes to other content creators, okay, let me just speak about me. I love my community, and I know that they would be okay with me just posting
The same videos.
I don't have to do a 29-hour stream. I don't have to do that.
Right.
But because I know my community fucks with me hard, and I fuck with them even harder type shit. But I try to make the best content for them possible, so I reinvest the money that I get. I probably reinvest probably close to probably like maybe 50%.
You think
like
so?
40,
for real?
50%. But
Wait. So
I don't think you know what you know.
40%. What you mean?
But no, I'm just saying no. But I agree with him because there's been numerous times where I've went to Best Buy with him, and
Nigga,
for all
I'll
these
drop a
stores,
bag for
and
my
he
shit.
So
is
pure
trying to
revenue.
make sure his camera quality is 10 out of 10. He's
But
trying to make sure
I-
everything,
right.
even the stuff, the costumes, the stuff he buys.
But I don't have
like,
to do that.
He doesn't
Because I
have
know
to.
my people fuck with me for me.
Yeah.
So it's like, what you're saying is, do I think other content creators think like that, or do I do that? It's like, I know I don't have to. I can truly probably keep 90% of my income, but
Yeah.
I don't because I really fuck with my community, and I want to make the viewer experience as best as possible.
So one more question,
right,
just
okay.
one last question for me. Do you see a path to a future
Mm-hmm.
with your specific content?
what do you mean by that?
Like, do you
like what's a 5-year, 10-year?
Yeah, like if
that?
not, like if you saw
He's
and
going
not
to
even
Streamer
5, let's just
University.
say within the next year.
Yeah.
Like, can you see? Is there a goal that you have in mind? Not necessarily a number goal, like not a subscriber goal or something like that.
Right.
Just like, how can in 1 year the same content that I'm doing today will work for me in 1 year? Do you think that you like have that figured out still, or do you think that you just play it day by day
I think for me, and like just being like dead ass,
without
not even
looking for numbers like a certain
Right.
income, subscriber count, Patreon count, nothing, just content in general?
not even. I feel like for me, not even to like talk shit, toot my own horn, and I don't even talk like this often because I don't like talking like this, but I truly think my talent will make room for me every time. For instance, I don't think like damn in a year, 2 years, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna be doing. I don't know what the fuck I don't stress about that because for the past 5 years I have been like growing.
Nigga, 8 years.
For the past like I guess yeah. I've been
What was
growing.
your first video? 2017.
You've always been good at content.
My,
2017.
my very first video was in like 2014.
But you used to post like even Instagram funny videos and like things like that.
I think at the end of the day, even if I don't have a plan, I think my talent will make room for me in this world, no matter what it is that I do. Type shit.
I like that. Yeah.
Because you can talk to people. Like, there's been numerous times we've been in a quiet like room area,
That's the best type of people.
and he's brought the vibe to the area.
But it's just because I truly hate with a passion awkwardness.
Can you
like
be
if shit is
comfortable? Though?
awkward?
Can you be comfortable in awkwardness though?
I mean, I know how to like just
Like
not
you
say
can
shit.
tell when awkwardness is happening,
It's-
and you're
But
like,
I
I
can't
feel the
stand
need
it.
to break it.
I can't. Yes,
It's just
I feel the
I
need
do
to
agree.
break it.
Yeah.
It's just the autism.
Right, for sure. Anyway, I truly feel like that's what helps me become an extrovert, because a lot of people think I'm an extrovert. I truly do not like talking to people.
I agree.
I don't. But I have to do that
Yeah.
in order to avoid the awkward silence. I
think most of us
hate
are
that
like that,
shit.
yeah. I think
I
Justin's
hate
like
that
that.
shit
You
so
think
much.
you think you're extrovert or introvert for real?
Yes, 100%.
I'm an
Like
extroverted
100%.
So like when they say like extrovert is basically you get energy from being around people. You deplete energy from being around people. Like you get more tired from, like if I'm around y'all, I get more energy versus if I'm by myself, I get less energy.
No, I get more energy, but I would
So I
prefer.
think-
but y'all are my friends. I'm talking
No,
about
I'm
if,
saying-
Yeah, that
In
makes
gen-
sense.
Oh, it's
I'm
all,
talking
it's
about
only,
like if we were to go out and have to talk, like you're
certain people.
friends. Like I don't really like talking to new people at all. Like when I get in the elevator and I have to talk to people, I hate that shit. Like I want to move out of my
I
apartment because I have to talk to people in the elevator.
Wait,
I hate that shit, bro.
why do you guys So you hate it too.
I hate.
So
I
why
hate it.
Why
Especially me
so
because
do you
I work at a fucking corporate job.
do you feel like it's because you can't be yourself?
No, because I feel.
I hate small talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't be
Banter.
yourself.
like
Banter
that's
is what I
what
hate.
it
And that's
is.
why I don't do small talk. I don't know if you ever see me like
You just
talking.
rather be in silence.
I just say some random shit. I'm
So
like,
this is different. So let's say you and me. And you really have to put yourself in those shoes.
okay,
You're in an elevator, right? And let's say you start from lower level, go
Okay.
up to like
29.
to just let's say
Yeah.
you're getting to 29, but let's say you stop at 2, and I come into the elevator. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, and then I'm like, hey, so how you been? What do you say?
You
Stranger?
you barely know him though.
Right.
Like
You don't know-
you
you
all
don't
just
know
casually
me.
know
Not
each other
even
in the
barely.
office. Maybe you see
Hate
each
that
other
shit.
at
If
the
you go-
cafeteria.
you don't know
if
me.
you go, how's my day going?
Yeah.
I'll say fucking awful,
Okay, and then I stop. I don't say a single word.
and I'll be like, where'd you? What's that tattoo? Or I'd be like, you've been watching Love Island? Like
So
I would
you-
just
so
say
You're an
your
extrovert.
Exactly. You start talking. That's
Yeah.
different. So you are an extrovert.
Yeah, I didn't say I was introvert.
Yeah.
That's
He never
true,
said he
for
was
sure.
an
No,
introvert.
fuck
But
me.
where I feel like I truly
No, bro, I don't
Because
see
I'll be
it.
honest,
I don't.
I'm thinking about moving out of my apartment because of the elevator situation. Like I
You did
truly
say that.
hate
You
that
did say
shit.
that.
Nigel, let's say you get in the elevator, right? And let's say, I don't know. I'm just giving a perspective. Let's say you're on let's say you're on floor 30, right? And you go down and you stop at level 27.
Yeah.
And the person comes in and they're just like, they just look at you right then and there. And you just, maybe
I
smile
just
back, right?
Get the smile and I get on my phone or
But
some
then
shit.
then they tell you like, oh, this apartment, like, have you noticed the Wi-Fi sucks or something like that? Like,
I feel like then I gotta turn on the extrovert and talk.
exactly.
Yeah,
I have
agree.
to at that point.
Right.
But you have to turn it
Because
on.
we're dead.
But then at that
Yeah.
point, you feel the need to like keep going, right?
Yes.
And then you get to like, let's say level 15.
They're getting
And
off.
then somebody else gets on, but now you feel the need to continue the conversation with the same person you've been talking to.
And I hate that. Like
I can
hate that shit.
100% agree. Because, and then you get to the lower level finally, and even just the awkward, like, all right, well, nice
Yeah.
talking to you, like, it's fucking
It's just
awkward.
weird.
Yeah,
Like,
Not only is
that
it
nice talking to you is like horrible.
Not only is it awkward because I just don't like talking to people, but also when it comes to small talk, I know you truly don't give a fuck what I'm talking
Exactly.
about.
That's why
you
you
don't
just-
care.
both of us can agree. Yeah,
you
like,
don't care what I'm talking about.
So why do you do small talk?
Because I hate that. I hate awkwardness.
exactly.
But you don't
hate
have to do.
awkwardness.
I don't
It
think
is
you have
awkward.
to.
It is
I just
awkward.
go for something like you just grab something.
Like what?
Like if I was talking to you, I would
Okay.
I would grab your. I'd be like,
Right.
What's that tattoo mean?
Nothing.
I'd be like, nothing.
Yeah.
So you just got it for fun.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this one doesn't mean anything.
Oh.
Right. But so you would initiate the
And then
conversation.
just keep going. Oh.
Oh, okay. Well,
So you would initiate the conversation though.
most of the time, yeah.
That's the thing. So he's talking about you, like
You're
you
an
being on the other and
extrovert.
say, "Hey, we're like, bro, we
We're
don't want to talk
quiet.
to anybody."
We're
Right?
fine going straight down the
And
elevator.
not saying shit.
But you're not fine with it.
No,
because you
but
said
that's
you're
the-
not, you
that's
don't like
the-
the
that's the
awkwardness.
little
What
bit
he's
of
saying
awkwardness
he's
will
not
allow.
fine when somebody like you can clearly see an extrovert that comes in with like let's say somebody that would be claimed to be an extrovert, but almost like I don't know, bro. It feels like kind of like a little bit of it's a stretch of trauma. Like it's a stretch. But like you're just like fuck. Now that this person talked to me, I feel the need
to say something.
to
Yeah.
say something back.
No, I'll sit in the awkwardness. Like if somebody says something to me and I just like,
Yeah, no, that's not okay.
I
like,
hate that.
Exactly.
I think-
like, but I like making people.
The difference
feel,
with the awkwardness you're talking about, we're talking about like an elevator situation.
Yeah.
Right? But we're talking about suppose
Get the-
we're
get
out
the- you can
there.
move the mic.
Suppose we're out there, right?
yeah.
Are we good?
Yeah, I'm just saying you can move it with you.
Suppose we're out there,
In
you know,
public,
with your
okay.
friends, Marine friends and whatnot. You know, we're in your apartment. You know, we aren't just gonna be quiet with them. They're here to stay for a second. They're here to stay for a second, so we aren't gonna, not speak to them.
If y'all were doing the podcast and I had to wait outside, I would probably be talking about war. Like, I'd probably say everything I know about fucking war, everything I know about all
You're
the
still
Marine
trying
movies.
to bring out your like.
My dad was a Marine. I'd probably be talking about all of that shit just to avoid just
The awkwardness.
silence.
It
I don't know,
doesn't feel right, dude.
It doesn't feel right.
morally, even morally, it doesn't feel
Yeah.
right.
I
Like,
think you need to become comfortable in awkwardness.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you need to become comfortable in awkwardness. But at the stage I'm at right now, I feel like I just can't. Like, I hate that shit.
So I was gonna ask, do you think that there's awkwardness within like what you do? Like, let's say, for example, you're on stream, right?
Yeah.
And is there anything that can happen that can become awkward
I
for you?
saw something that
Like,
was
I'm
awkward.
just saying in general.
That'll become awkward.
Yeah, like, is there awkward moments in your like?
Yeah.
Besides the fucking shit we talked about earlier.
Yeah. Other than
In
that,
general, like,
There were-
really?
yeah.
Like,
For
do you
instance,
feel
like,
there's
What did you
moments
do
where,
on your
like-
last stream?
Well, that's not. I know that we talked about that earlier, but I'm not saying that because that's a given.
yeah, but
like,
other than that, okay. So
that
for
makes
instance,
for
like
funny
this.
content,
Yeah.
if anything.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, maybe you made a joke that, like, and you look at stream and nobody's reacting to it.
Can I point one out from a viewer perspective, and then we can cut it if you don't want to talk about it?
Yeah, go.
Okay. So there was at one point in time, Nigel's on the pod or on the stream, and he's like, "Here's another person on the stream, right?" And obviously Nigel's like, yeah, like I'll catch you later. Like I'm about to go do this thing, blah blah blah. And the guy like didn't catch the hint. Like it happened, and then Nigel's like, I'm out. I'm about to go. And he's like,
On the
what
stream?
about this? And then it happened 3 times. I counted Nigel saying like, I'm about to go out, and then the last one he's like, all right, bye.
Yeah. It's like,
I visibly was like getting cringed out.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
But
what
we
do
can
you
cut
do
that.
in those moments?
Do I cut that?
no, you're good.
Do you embrace it? Like, almost like make a joke out of it?
I think I have to.
You feel the need to have
like
to.
even like, and what you're talking about probably happened multiple times, but in that time I feel like I hung up and I made it funny to avoid it being awkward.
Exactly. Okay. Makes sense.
But
In general, just no other human interaction but maybe the comment section.
Yeah.
Do you try to maybe point out something funny within the comment section, or do you just like...
what do you mean? Explain your question. What
Cringing
you
by
talking
yourself sounds like it's hard.
Let me say, like, let's say
Like
you're
awkward.
watching something, right? And,
Yeah.
like, you make a joke out of it,
about?
right?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's different with your... Because I don't know. Like,
Yeah. Well, just ask the question. Just say ask it.
let's say you make a joke, right?
Mhm.
I don't know if maybe you look for, like, approval that the joke was funny
100%.
in your stream, right?
But
Like,
the thing
I would
is,
think
like,
so.
when I make a joke and like I see nobody laughs,
Exactly.
I'll probably
just keep doing your thing.
nah, like I'll probably keep doing my thing, but that's rare. What I'll probably do is just be like, God damn, nobody laughed at that shit. All right,
Okay,
fuck
well,
y'all
that
too.
makes sense,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So you see
that's
them-
funny right
you,
there.
You have to
yeah.
see emojis or something.
Yeah, but
I
usually
would
when I
think
say
most
something,
people- I would think
my
so, yeah.
community is laughing.
Exactly.
Usually when I say something, so I don't
Exactly,
have to
right,
deal with that.
right.
I think the most awkward moment was, and we just gonna
Within the
breeze past
recent
this.
6 months, what would you think it is? You don't have to say the specific situation.
Yeah, so usually when I'm streaming, right, and the chat
Live?
is
Okay.
when I'm streaming and the chat is like off to the side of the screen, my mods sometimes pin
What are mods?
like moderators that like make sure the chat is
Being
respectful, and then if somebody's being disrespectful, they can delete the message or time
them?
you
They're
out
like-
for like 20 seconds.
They're like chat police, kind
I
of.
really
type shit.
did not.
That's
know
exactly what mods are.
Okay.
Literally. And basically they can also pin comments. So know
Okay.
the comments is like moving.
that. Right.
So they can pin comments, and when they pin it, it goes to the top of the chat, the chat section, and it stays there. So
And
you
you
can
feel
read
the
it.
need to react to it, or do you have to react to it?
I don't have to, but usually, like I said,
will.
I fuck with my community. I read what the mods pin.
Okay.
So I'll read something, and like say for instance,
There's
for
been
example,
time
when
that,
I did my
moderators fucked up.
when I did my 29-hour stream, I read one of the things that the moderator pinned. It was something about the video I was watching, and I read the next one, then I read the next one, and then after that, it was something else like wild, like as far as like.
And you
If
were
I
like,
address this, it's going to cause a bigger issue.
Yeah.
And if I don't address it, they're gonna know that I'm ducking it because I read every other
so
every other pin.
You read them
just
out loud.
aware.
You
You're
read-
just aware of like the situation that you're in that moment. Like the self-awareness is like, fuck, I don't really want to address this, but I know my fans are gonna know that I don't want to address this
Because I read everything else before
Exactly.
that. So
So-
it's like in that moment, I just had to read it, and
You're reading it to them.
yeah. So like, say like Harvin is a mod and he pins, oh, this video was nice. I'll see that one over all the other chatters.
Right.
And then I'll read that, and then he pins something else. I'll read that, and then he pins something else, and then I don't read that. They're like, nigga, you done read the other two things, and then it was something wild, bro.
Yeah.
And I had to read it, and I kind of just had to try to make it funny in that moment to not make it awkward. And that was probably one of the hardest things. I'm just like, there's no way I can make this shit
that
funny. That
motherfucking moderator does not work for Nigel anymore. Let's just say that.
It was insane. But I feel like Twitch is so fun because when I'm making a YouTube video or a Patreon video, there's no feedback. Like, I get the feedback after I post the video. Then I get the feedback.
I'm gonna ask something for a clip. What do you think is the difference between streaming on Twitch and like streaming on like, I think like the new hype train is Kick, right? Like, what about like Kick? Would you ever stream on Kick?
I wouldn't stream on Kick today because it's fairly new. Not a lot of people know about Kick, and even if you do, you don't have the Kick app. Like, so much more people know about Twitch and have the Twitch app because it's been around for so long.
Right. That's the main streaming place.
But Kick is, I think they are more for the creator than Twitch. Because if you get on Kick and you are making, you're getting a decent amount of views, they will put you on salary. Like,
what does that mean?
Like, you don't, like, say like you is Harvin.
Yeah.
You're on Kick.
Right.
Justin is on Twitch.
Right.
Y'all have the same amount of views. Y'all getting like 300 views a stream.
Right.
Kick will see that and be like, you know what? I'm going to put you on salary. Twitch is not going to do that.
They're just going to be like, whatever. If your fans donate, they donate.
But if they donate, they donate. You're going to be on salary, though.
Plus donations. So why wouldn't someone just stream on Twitch?
No, on Kick.
You mean Kick?
I'm sorry.
It's because it's new. It's like when people when they were trying to convert everybody like to Instagram, they kind of did the same thing.
It took a while.
It takes a while.
It takes a while. Like TikTok was the same thing.
Do you think Kick will become like
the new Twitch,
the big dog one day?
I think eventually.
You think so?
I think a lot of creators are starting to see that Twitch is really like. Well, I just got partnered, so I ain't trying to say nothing crazy.
Wait. So which one is more strict? Twitch, 100%. Twitch is strict.
100,000 million.
So do you think Kick will become more strict the bigger they grow in the future?
Yeah, for sure.
Whoa, what does that mean?
But yeah, so a lot like Twitch, like there's been like clips. You'll look up like Kai Cenat or like Aiden Ross. Yeah. Somebody will say.
Where does he stream?
Somebody.
Twitch.
He streams on Twitch.
Aiden Ross does Kick. But,
exactly.
Yeah,
I know that.
He'll do like somebody on Kai's was like one time like they were like, can we like let's spark up. And like pulled weed out, and he was like, "Hey, put that away, because like
Twitch will fuck that.
Twitch will like cut that shit."
Oh,
yeah.
So it's like, different. For example, like I know like the other guy Speed streams on YouTube. What about like YouTube?
Streaming on YouTube?
YouTube is probably the most strict, if I had to guess.
Yeah, YouTube
is
strict too.
Really?
I can't even react to things on
what?
YouTube. Like they'll.
Oh, because of copyright and things like that.
Not even just copyrights. Like they just really. I feel like YouTube doesn't like for you to react to shit, especially if you're live. Because I guess they look at it as like stealing content or whatever. You just can't react. Like I went live on YouTube not knowing that, and
you had to stop it.
I didn't stop it. Oh, they stopped it.
What?
Yeah.
It's because they can't. It's like when you post a video, right?
Do you think it's somebody like from the YouTube team?
No, I think it's maybe just like their computer automated? Shit.
It's probably
knows how to,
I mean,
they
you
can
probably
pick it up.
You could probably know more about this, but like when you post a YouTube video, when it's uploading, they have like stuff like algorithms going into your video and analyzing.
Yeah, like analyzing.
And by the time it's uploaded, they'll be like, "This is copyright. This is like
that's great."
And there's also
too, so I mean they can.
There's also some times where I'll upload a video. Say I upload a video today, and it's green. I'm getting paid from it, and everything's good.
Right.
Literally, I can have it up for 3 months, still green. Everything's good. The 4th month, YouTube they don't have to give me a reason. Yeah. And even if they do give me a reason, it's not valid. Yeah. They can literally yellow mark it. And when they yellow mark it, you're not getting paid from it.
It's still uploaded?
It's still up, though. But I'm just not getting paid from it no more.
Okay. So what's the difference? Because you don't have to say about your situation, but like, what does being partnered with Twitch mean rather than just streaming on Twitch mean?
All right. So, and this is probably going to shock a lot of people that don't know about it. So when it comes to Twitch, when you first start off, you're just streaming on Twitch. Right. You're just streaming.
Somebody can donate to you, though.
Somebody can donate.
Okay.
But once you reach affiliate, if I'm not mistaken,
is there a metric that they look at to, like, get you to, like...
Nah, so look. So when you first, like, if you were to start streaming on Twitch tonight...
Right.
You're not affiliate. You're not partnered. Nothing.
Right.
You're just streaming. I'm almost 100% positive. You're not getting any ads.
Right.
You're just streaming.
Right.
And it's probably nobody viewing you. It's probably gonna be one person viewing you.
Right.
And that one person is gonna be you. Twitch gives you that one viewer, which is you. Like when you're streaming, you're never gonna have 0 viewers.
Really?
That is always gonna be one, and that one is you. So after that, let's say Justin is an affiliate, then now he get ads on his shit, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I think regardless you can get donations, but at affiliate you're getting ads, you're getting a little percentage from ads and stuff like that. But it's like literally probably 20 cent, 45 cent, nigga, to $1
For what?
ads.
Like each person.
If I click on Justin's stream and he's an affiliate, I'm gonna get ads.
But that's what I'm saying. So like each ad is worth like $50 to $1.
Not $50.
I'm saying 50 cents
It's
to
like,
$1.
bro, you're not getting anything for ads. Like you're barely getting anything for ads.
So
nigga.
what did you mean by saying like 15 cents to like?
Like basically, if you stream for 4 hours,
right,
and there's ads ran on your stream,
right,
you'll probably get like from like the revenue you'll get from ads is like
I see
they're
$1, $2, $4.
Well, or just in
for
general.
You.
Okay, I gotcha.
I was gonna say for roughly, it says like per 1,000 views you get like $3.50.
It's like terrible.
1,000 views for an ad.
And
so
1,000 people watching you, you're like popping.
So where's the money come in?
The
donations,
subs.
The donations.
Subs. People, if you're an affiliate, I'm going to
subscribe.
If you subscribe to my stream, you don't get any ads.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah,
you don't get any ads, but it costs like $5 a sub.
I see what you mean. Gotcha.
And that's how the streamer gets paid from subs and shit like that.
Gotcha.
When you get partnered with Twitch,
hold up. So like, let's say for a person like Kai,
that nigga, he's not normal. He's different.
So if he gets like 1 million, how many do you know like happened to like? Let's look it up.
I think he got, when he did his subathon, I think he got like 600,000 subs.
So that means that 600,000 people
paid like $5, but Twitch takes a percentage of that. I think Twitch takes like half, but I don't know what his deal is. He's Kai.
So he made maybe $3 million off of that 1 month. Probably more.
And we're just talking about Twitch though.
Because he probably got donations too.
We're just talking about Twitch too. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like he uploads his clips to YouTube and they're getting over 100,000 views. Which
so
means
that dude,
he's recycling. I do the same shit.
If you had to guess,
he's
how much
recycling
do you think he makes?
clips from his stream to put on YouTube, which means he's getting 2 different bags from the same video.
It makes sense though, because somebody's watching live and maybe somebody that couldn't watch live.
I mean, put it like this: when I streamed on Twitch and I I streamed on Twitch first, and I was talking about how one of the members of the groups that I watched, they reckon like they watch my shit too.
What?
Right?
That's crazy.
Right? Insane. I had talked about that on Twitch 2 days before I uploaded it to YouTube. But when I uploaded it to YouTube, that's when he talked about the video. Like I basically told the story time of me going to see the group. And I talked about it on Twitch 3 days prior to me uploading on YouTube. But it's like they didn't see the Twitch; they saw the he saw the YouTube video. Because Twitch is still like, even though it's been around for a long time, you don't have Twitch on your phone probably.
Exactly.
You got YouTube on your phone though.
Yep.
So it's like it's different. I think that
from a streamer's perspective, because you're a streamer,
I do what I can.
How much money do you think Kai, somebody like the fucking level he's on, probably makes on Twitch, YouTube, brand deals?
You can't even.
If you had to think,
if I had to put a number
over under, let's say for like that
solely on Twitch,
subathon, right? No, just on all platforms within that single month.
Kai's making over $5 million a month. Mm-hmm. And that's on the low end.
So somebody did an analysis.
You said over 5,
and that's on the low end.
Somebody did an analysis.
That's $60 million a year.
It's Kai Sinat.
Yeah,
60.
You got to think about the brand deals.
Somebody did an analysis on like him versus Sophie Rain is
the only.
She's the top. Yeah, she's the top. She makes roughly.
Now I say that because everybody fucking knows that.
The estimate, she made 44 last year. The estimate is that she's gonna make like 70 this year.
But I'm talking
about. They think Kai is gonna make more than her.
Who's Sophie Rain?
She's the top OnlyFans creator.
Wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either, but everybody talks about it, and I've been around Justin, and I've heard the statistics. So in case my wife is watching,
Anyways,
I know
that shit
because of
blows
Justin.
my mind because who the fuck is paying all of them? Like
I think that's insane.
that is legit like a fucking percentage of our GDP that they are getting.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
Like
Well, I don't think, but they deserve it because I mean that's just their business.
No.
And people are paying for the
viewership.
business.
I get it.
though.
I
I
get
mean-
that they deserve, but the fact that people are paying that much money,
You think that's a bad thing?
The Bop House, there's like 10 girls in there, or was 10 girls. That house is making like probably $500 million a year.
That is insane.
Yeah,
That is insane.
I think that.
Yeah, that is.
Do you think when it comes to content creators, they deserve the money that they get?
Somewhat. I do think.
Of
that-
course they do, actually.
I think they do, but it depends on like.
Because it's viewers.
It is viewers.
The people are paying. It's a business. It's the same thing if you were to say, like, do you think the restaurant that's down the street deserves the money that they're making?
No, I think it's kind of fucked that they make so much money and like people that are doing like
But
teachers.
people are paying for it.
I get it. People no, but also like Google's paying for it. Google's giving ads like give you 50%.
Because entertainment is one of the
I know
biggest industries.
entertainment is the biggest industry, but I still think it's fucked that they make that much money and that teachers don't make anything. Nurses barely
because
make
you gotta think
anything.
of it from perspective of like, although they're making the money, it's not like they're stealing money from
It's
the
not that.
teachers'
It's the
pockets.
fact that we decided as a community that entertainment is ranked so highly that they should pay that much.
Hold up, Matt.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I want to try something, bro.
Oh,
Come sit for a second. We got a special guest in the building.
He's gonna beat your ass.
Come over here. Come over there, bro. Damn.
So
Say
you
what's
don't
up.
need to say hey to me first.
I just got here.
What the fuck is that?
Bartholomew
I brought something for y'all to try.
Bohemian
I brought something
Smith.
for everybody to try really quick.
We doing another shot or not? A second shot or not?
I know y'all
on an
missed me. Let
episode.
me go.
So you're not even gonna say shit to me either.
You didn't dap me up
It's
either.
cool, bro. It's cool, bro.
And you dropping your fucking vape.
It's cool, bro. I don't need
Don't say that word.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
They'll demonetize.
You're
Matt.
No, not yet.
Matt,
He got my hand, bro.
All right.
Hey, man, congrats on the
we're about to go watch the.
29.
Gee, we were just talking about it.
No, we weren't.
All right.
Are we trying that for real?
I'm down.
Let's do it. But you got to try what is
Bro,
this?
get the shot. Get the shot glass. Anyways,
I think when it comes to the work that I and content
Sorry, I gotta
creators
pee
put in
yes.
at the beginning, if you look at it now, like you can say what you want about Kai and shit like that. Like, does he deserve that much money? I think it's all perspective based. But when you put in work for like 5 years, and you're not getting paid nothing, you're not fucking seeing any growth. It's like,
I have an argument for that.
talk to me.
People go to 4-year college. People go to
Right.
college for 5. Engineers go to college.
Right,
They're
but-
not making any money.
You know, when you go to college, you're going
That's
to
true.
have a trade to
That's
make bread. When I started,
that
I
doesn't mean
couldn't.
nothing. There's
what you
people
mean?
who's been out there thinking,
Who? Name one. Name somebody that went to college
and isn't making bread.
Today, I'm saying you. I mean, of course, there's always.
There's people who try to get in their field and they just can't. Not just because they can't land a job, but some of the jobs, like for example, a psychologist.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them that I know that ain't making bread unless you own
And
your
there's
own.
a lot of people-
unless you own your own practice.
And there's a lot of people that we all know that try to make content and failed. It's like at the end of the day,
Yeah,
know.
man. Call me
I
out.
know,
Call me out.
I know people that have went to college and they don't have a job in there. No, I'm not. I'm just pointing at everybody. I know people that have went to college and they don't have a job in their field. But I also know people that have did content creation and now they're not doing the same thing. So it's like I think you can kind of always say, yeah, people went to college and they don't have a job now in that field, but there are also been content creators that made content and they have not made a career out of it.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of the same shit. But I think it's harder to get to the point of like you're doing content creation for your full-time job. I think it's harder than because it's a blueprint when you go to college. When you're making content creation, there's not a like when I started, I didn't have a blueprint. I didn't have nobody saying do this, and then after that do this, and then after you do this, then you'll get here, and then when you get here, that's when you do it. But if you go to college, people are saying, hey, if you start here, then you're going to get here. If you do this, if you do X, Y, and Z, you're going to get here.
That's only for a certain degree, though.
Yeah, that's for certain degrees.
Because there's a lot of degrees out there that you can get there.
And you're
useless.
Stagnant in your position.
But it's also the same for content.
The same thing for content creation.
You could do like crocheting.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I would crochet listening to heavy rock music. Like that's a very niche
So, let me ask
field.
I just
So, I
think
see what you're
that
saying.
there's no blueprint to this shit. But there's a blueprint to like.
But the
in
blueprint.
certain-
What are y'all niggas doing?
in certain fields, there's a blueprint when it comes to college.
Just go in there.
Bam. You gonna break this fucking shit.
you, motherfucker.
But even okay, put it like this: what'd you go to college for? Did you go to college?
No, I didn't go to college.
Did you go to college?
Yes.
Okay. If I ask you, okay, what do I need to get to where you're at and get your degree? You could tell me, right? You could tell me how to get to where you're at. If I told you what to do from point A to point Z to get to where I'm at, it probably won't work for me.
I think it's I mean you can create like a blueprint. I think.
but it's not gonna work for you because you're not me.
But why
People love me for me.
But there's people on social media, on YouTube that are horrible and they still have a following.
Right, but you can't follow their blueprint because that's them. If I try to follow Kai, I'm not gonna be Kai because I'm not Kai.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I can get to your degree because I don't have to be Justin to get to that degree.
But do you think it's easy? I mean, there's multiple blueprints on the internet versus when you see college, it's one blueprint. Like if you want to be on social media, you can follow. There's millions of creators you can like follow and take a little bit a piece from each of them,
Right.
and develop your own style. No.
I think you can, but there's no guarantee that you'll make
Obviously,
it.
that's
I mean,
true.
there's
But
no guarantee you'll get a job either.
That is true.
I mean, there's not, but there's a more like. But y'all know what I'm saying. I feel like sometimes y'all just be want to disagree,
No.
just to disagree, but you know what I'm trying to say though.
I'm just trying to. I'm playing devil's advocate because one thing is, did you go into debt?
If we talking about taxes,
No.
not playing. Oh no,
You
I
didn't go into debt
But
to
not
follow
everybody
the
goes into debt though.
Yeah, but a
With
lot
college.
of people do.
I think that it's a little
A lot of people
different,
do, yeah.
and I can agree a little bit with what Nigel is saying because, like, for example, anybody can become like a salesperson. Anybody can become a chef. It just really depends what kind of style of salesperson or what kind of chef you want to be, right?
Right.
But you will never be that same chef that maybe Jason is or the same salesperson that maybe I am, and you'll never become the same streamer that maybe Nigel is, for example.
That's what I'm saying.
But to some extent too, like I can't just mimic Nigel and expect to be successful because
what I'm saying.
That's not true. That's not true because
That is true.
There's multiple
But
channels
those are
out.
cloud chasers.
There's
they're made fun of because they
They
did
are,
that.
but there's multiple channels out there that copy the exact same Mr. Beast formula and make.
Who?
Like who?
Who?
I can't think of a single person, dude.
The Mr. Beast
Ryan
formula
Trahan.
is kind of different.
I
Ryan
don't know who
Trahan.
that is.
Okay, well you don't know
is.
like if you have to know like YouTube.
But I also think
You said Ryan who?
Trahan.
okay, put it like this. How many people can you name that would love to be a content creator? Like off your head, can you name
Everybody.
5 people that would
Everybody.
love to be a content creator?
Everybody.
Okay.
Because it looks fun because you only see the camera, but then you get behind and you got to get to the editing, the
100%.
thumbnails, and then that's when it drops off.
Okay, so
there's-
how many people do you know that have college degrees?
Good amount.
Good amount. Yeah.
Good amount. Okay, so how many people do you know that create content and is doing it for a full-time career?
Fair point.
It's not a lot, but I think it's because it's new and it's also not pushed. I think if we were when we were kids, we were in high school, we were in middle school, they say, "Hey, you should do content." It would be the opposite.
But at the end of the
it
day,
would be the opposite. I think
if you
unless-
got all these people trying, like they're telling you do this, you know, do that. If they push it, you know, it's one of those things where I feel like it doesn't become as unique as some people are.
But I also think not everybody has it like in them
Everybody
to
don't
do.
got
The
charisma.
drive, because
No.
we were
Everybody don't got the charisma.
You don't
for it.
need
I
it.
still don't know what that word
we were
means.
talking about that shit earlier when we were talking about you know me wanting to make money and do XYZ,
Right.
and I said I don't have the drive to sit there, you know, in my own kitchen, or even if I'm doing this while I'm at work, if I had the extra time, you know, to have a camera set up and try and record. I just don't have it in me. So it's just, yeah, for an example, not everybody has it in them to do that. Jesus Christ.
Excuse me. But not everybody has it in them to sit down and study for a test.
I think
That's
college
true.
is hard. I'm not saying college is not hard.
Yeah,
I
that
dropped
is
out
true.
of community college, nigga. College is hard, bro. I'm not trying to say content creation is harder than college.
Them
Yeah,
DMA
okay.
classes.
I'm just saying a lot of people think that once you get to a certain point of like a Kai, or like you're making content and like making money,
It's not full.
people are like,
Relax.
well, his job is easy. It's like you don't know what it took to get here though.
Yeah.
Do you think
You
it's
don't know
easy
what
once
to
you
get
get there though?
No.
You don't think it's because it may be hard to get there. But do you think that once you're there, it gets easier?
I think for me, it's hard to I think it's hard to maintain.
Because that goes back to what we were talking about in regards to, you know, wanting more, and it's the toxic trait.
And it's like getting money. It's easy to get money, but to maintain money for the rest of your life is harder.
With
You can get
everything
money,
getting
though.
more expensive,
Yeah,
and
like,
X, Y,
it's
Z,
harder to
and-
maintain,
and
though.
your needs, some of your needs become your, some of your wants become your needs.
Do you think that is like a
Living
toxic
above,
trait though?
I think when people make more money, they start living above their means.
So do you think if you made more money, you would stay this same person and not buy anything else and upgrade your lifestyle at all?
He would
No,
die.
I'd be people.
He would.
I'd be people.
He would dye his hair a
that
different
I
color
wouldn't
every
do it.
day.
I just say when people get money, they start living above their means. They get a nicer place to stay. They get a nicer car. They start wearing nicer clothes. That's
But
not
do you
to
think
say that
that's
they
above
can't
your means?
maintain it
Okay.
with their income that they're making right now. But a lot of times people do go like way above and beyond. Like you gotta check for $20K and now you driving a G-Wagon.
Yeah, that is a stretch. That's above your means. Yeah.
Are you saying you're making $20K a month, or you just got to check for $20K?
You got a
Now
one-time check. Your next check might be $5K. That's living above your means.
100%, 100%, 100%.
The mic. Yeah.
But I do think college is hard, nigga. I'm not trying to say college is not hard. College is fucking hard. It's hard.
Insane.
Some of
It's
those
hard.
professors are dick.
But at the end of the
Nigel.
day, I think I hate when people say like, okay, now what you do is easy. 'Cause
No,
it's fucking
it's
not.
not.
So let me
It's
ask
not.
something. Let me
Fucking
ask.
not,
Do
bro.
you think I don't know if I'm segueing. If I am, you guys can like kind of like cut me off and ask the other question.
ADHD.
But do you think, from what you're saying, I know that you think it's hard.
Go.
But do you think that there is a college degree that can be a scam?
All
Like,
right,
do you
well,
think college is a scam? Essentially,
Think on that when we do shot or not.
Yes.
All right. Think on
Shot
that.
or not?
So
Shot
we
or
got
not.
another shot or not
Matt,
with a
let him talk.
different bottle that Matt gifted us.
So I just got here. This is Japanese style peach shochu.
Justin, do you have another share?
Shaku?
I'm about to
He's
leave.
about to
Because
leave.
it sounds like
Shochu.
so. It sounds
It's
like
Shaku. I think the name
Shaku.
of it is Shaku.
Oh, but it
the
says
type of
Shochu
liquor
at the
is
top. Okay, okay,
shochu.
okay.
It's 40% alcohol.
Not your type
God
of
damn.
show. You talking about your Shoku?
I was gonna get sake,
What?
but fuck it.
Oh, never
Let's
mind.
try something new.
You don't know that is?
No, I don't.
All right, let's pour it up.
What?
You already got one.
Nigel, know,
Yo.
Nigel, you know what this is? This gang symbol?
Soju.
Pink, one
The
stink.
What
It's
is
soul
that?
food.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, 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 cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
Fuck, Matt. I'm
I'm
scared.
gonna take it with my pig.
That wasn't bad.
That wasn't bad.
Not
That wasn't bad.
That wasn't terrible.
I think the first taste of it was like,
Nigga, you chase that with tea?
It
Yeah.
kind of puts who chases liquor with tea, nigga. Pick if you're going to London or you going to the hood.
That shit was nasty as
Nigga
fuck.
think he's Sun Lee.
Shit nasty.
no, but I think the first taste
The
of it is
aftertaste
kind
is
of
horrible.
The aftertaste is horrible.
The aftertaste is the worst part.
It went down smooth.
It's smooth.
But the after, like if I burp right now, I'd kill myself. But
Do I think college is a scam? Oh,
wait, shot or not, go. Jason.
Damn.
Jason, go first.
I'd give that a not at like a 4 out of 10.
I think it's like a 5.5.
You gave the last one that. So which one's better?
The vodka or this?
Vodka's better.
I'm gonna say that's like a solid 5. I would only drink it if we went to like an Asian spot. Besides that, I'm not ordering it.
Panda Express.
Wait, you gotta let Matt try the cherry one real
I
quick.
think that would be my third shot. I have not eaten today.
Oh.
I think the use. Sorry.
Straight in Matt's face. Matt is looking at you crazy right now.
Matt.
You saw how he burped at you and just like.
I think Matt.
Bro, put the Hennessy bottle down, bro.
That nigga walked out
Don't
with the
leave us
Hennessy
with
bottle.
this.
Nah,
We
honestly,
ain't
Matt would've said it
gonna
was
drink
good.
that shit no more. Don't even worry
Justin,
about
what
it.
you think it is?
Give that a nod. I'm sorry.
Like what?
It
1
wasn't
through 10?
bad. It was good on the way down. Scoot to the right. Scoot to the right.
Why?
You're blocking his good side.
Yeah, and please stop kicking the.
You would be
damn it,
honest.
Matt.
You would be honest. When it comes to being a doctor, I think that if
What?
that's your dream, you need college. Everything else, well, lawyer and shit like that, you need college. I think that.
Whoa, start over. What'd you say?
All right. Yeah. Re-ask the question.
Nigel. Do you think college is a scam?
I think that with all of the resources we have today of our generation,
Uh-oh.
I think that if you're not trying to be a doctor, lawyer, or anything around that field, that you need college. Yes, bro.
You don't need college to be a chef. You 100% don't.
Yes, bro. Like,
I wasted time
Okay.
and money
Okay.
in that
It
shit.
is
I'm
expensive.
not gonna lie.
It is expensive.
So when
back
all right,
then,
so
though, it
why-
wasn't a scam.
But why do you need a degree now to be a lawyer versus
You
a chef?
you don't.
What's
to be
the
honest,
difference?
there's some states you don't need.
What-
A degree to be a lawyer?
Who's hiring a lawyer without the goddamn degree, though?
Okay,
Look,
okay, but I'm just saying
that's true. That is
He's
true.
coming in that baggy suit, not even
All right,
fitted to his body.
Question though. If you have a court case, right, and they give you an option, a lawyer fresh out of college, boom, ready to go, versus a lawyer been out of college but he has 20 years experience. Which one are you choosing?
20 years experience,
Exactly.
depending on the price.
The same price.
Regardless, yeah.
It depends on the court case and the price. I'm not gonna lie.
What are you? This nigga over.
Everybody's saying 20 years. Everybody's saying 20 years.
Everybody says
20
20 years. So I'm saying, what's the difference? So if we subtract college out, like what's the difference between?
It's just overall experience.
exactly. So you value the experience more than you do
Because-
the college because they've been out of college for 20
Yeah.
years. They don't know the new laws as well, but they have experience. So you choose experience over
I think
college.
they know the new laws because of the experience.
Exactly. So why do you weigh so heavily on college?
It's
So you're
this-
agreeing that college could be
Justin,
a scam.
Justin,
I never said
Justin,
college is not a
Justin,
scam.
Justin, if my life is on the line, I'm going with somebody that has been doing this shit for 20 years.
Yeah, facts.
So my life is on the line.
For one thing, it's
and I need a nigga with a degree.
Right.
Even
like,
though-
if Nigel just murdered somebody.
I'm not going with somebody that just graduated.
Like if he murdered a family
Okay.
of 5 and
So-
killed
Jesus
the baby,
Christ.
killed the kids,
Jesus
killed the
Christ.
dogs.
He's lit. He's lit. Guys, I'm so sorry.
He is absolutely
lit.
going.
Can you
with a
calm down?
20-year
Wait, how did-
lawyer.
how
Kevin
he
Gates.
kill him?
Calm down,
How
Kevin
did-
Gates.
how did he kill him?
Calm down, Kevin Gates.
How did he kill him?
Okay, he's lit too.
So question, what if there was a guy with 20 years experience, another guy fresh out of college, the 20 years experience doesn't have a degree. Guy fresh out of college has a degree. Who are you choosing?
I'm picking 20 years experience.
There we
more
go.
than a degree
So
to
you
me.
I think I think college isn't necessarily needed for any.
Neuroscience, like neuro, your brain,
So
you don't
let's
think.
put it. So
Okay.
again,
I think
brain
our
surgeon?
generation's not doing that.
but that same question is valid though.
not doing
Obviously,
that.
you don't hire a neurosurgeon that doesn't have a college degree. But let's just say if you had somebody to work on your brain, right? That'd be a 4-year graduate from, I don't know, the best fucking neurosurgeon college
We
ever.
all need experience.
Or somebody that's had 30 years experience doing
We all need
neurosurgery. Who would you
experience.
pick?
But you want to know something?
just say
Just
which one.
answer
Which
the
one?
question.
Off of that, I'm gonna pick the 30 years
Because
experience.
you value
That's
the
what I'm saying.
experience.
But what's your?
But the success rate could be horrible for him. Doctors do have a
he
success
wouldn't
rate.
stay in
with-
business
yeah.
for 20 years.
No,
and
he
be
said-
successful
No, they
with
do.
that.
They do.
No,
There-
they
no,
wouldn't.
there are people.
No.
There have been multiple cases where a nurse has came up to somebody and it's just like
A nurse.
Hey, yes, a nurse.
If a
Not
nurse-
a
if
fucking
a
neurosurgeon.
if
a
a
nurse
nurse
says
is
their
coming-
success rate is pretty bad, even though they've been here for so
Jason.
long.
You just said if a nurse comes up to you. If a nurse comes up to you, you should go to the other way.
Have you not seen some shit like that?
Nelly
A
Furtado.
nurse has came up to people and been like, "Hey, the other doctor won't be here till, you know,
I'm leaving the hospital. That's a ratchet hospital. I'm just not gonna be there.
How is it a ratchet hospital?
Fucking tell me some bullshit like that. I'm gonna say, take me to the next one.
So, what was your question?
But you want to know something?
Where were you getting at?
I think it's the fact that we have like such a high standard on college and shit like that is the reason why people like you need to have a degree to be a lawyer or you need to have a degree to be a doctor. You don't necessarily need that, but I also think it's it's an issue because it's from how we do schooling.
100%.
Like everybody, most people, they go through the 12 years, K through 12, and then at the end of it, most people are like, I'm done learning.
But that's the issue. There is value in the college degree. Because if I were to ask you, would you rather a neurosurgeon with 20 years experience, right, with a 100% success rate, or a 20-year other neurosurgeon with 100% success rate, but this one has a college degree? Which one would you pick?
I think jobs still look at the college degree.
Right.
So if you want college degree and 100%.
I would pick the person who has, regardless the 20 years and the still 100% success rate.
All right, bro.
Relax.
Listen. So how long are doctors in school for?
Like
8 years?
Some people don't graduate till like 28, 30 years old, depending if they stay full time.
Like 8 years, I think.
I think it's like 10, right?
I'd say 10 maybe.
Because residency, even though you're technically a doctor, residency is, you know, like you're doing that for a couple years.
You're going to be in school. You're in school, undergrad 4 years, medical school 4 years, residency anywhere from 3 to 7. So if I ask you the same question, right?
You started at 19 years old.
There's a doctor, 30 years of experience, didn't do any schooling, has the experience, 100% success rates. Or you have a doctor, went through the schooling, all that stuff. They've only been in for 14 years. You have half the time.
What's the success rate? You said 100%.
100% for both. Who are you choosing? The 30 years or the 14 year?
Fuck, dude.
I might pick the 14 if he has the college degree behind it.
Shut up, man. You know you a person that has seen.
If they both have 100% success rate, I gave my fucking opinion.
Double the time.
I gave my opinion. Y'all asked my opinion.
All right. Okay.
What's your logic?
What's your logic? So because they're the same age, right? But except one spent 4 years learning about liberal arts and learning about like fucking finance and chemistry and things that aren't related. The other one was actually
if it's not related, then it don't matter.
Well, but he's been doing it for 30 fucking years.
If you're in college, you're obviously doing
That's not
doing
true.
the stuff.
Because you've taken college classes, right?
Yes. There's some stuff that aren't related to your degree, but majority of the stuff are related to your degree.
Nigel's
majority of it.
Not true.
Yes.
Because
majority of your classes. Think about your college degree that you got.
Business law. I took business law.
How much stuff were related to your degree? The classes you took.
I can say
more than 50%.
Oh shit!
That I could have finished my degree in 1 year. And worked the job I have now, with 1 year of schooling. I did not need the additional 3 years.
So what are you saying?
There was 3 years of fluff in my degree.
College is a scam, or do you think that 4 years in college is a scam?
4 years in college is a scam. I think college should take the blue collar route of like what welders do.
Core classes aren't necessary.
I think you should only do the you're talking about the core classes are what you need. I think
core classes
all of the like
training?
Extracurricular courses. I took fucking geology.
So credit, for example, the credits themselves are unnecessary.
Dumb. I think you should. I think in a baseline, at least for finance world, there's like 10. Maybe 12 classes that you should take. Once you're done with those classes, you're fine.
I agree. I do agree fully.
Yeah, because I took a fine arts class.
But you know what's the problem is that most universities actually do offer what you're saying within a boot camp format rather than like a degree format. Because a boot camp, I think, is much more useful within a career than a 4-year college degree, to be honest.
You want to know something I notice about boot camps? They teach your basic, your core classes versus the college degree. They teach that shit that you need versus the college degree. Yeah, like how Justin said,
Nigel,
you need that first year.
You're pissing me the fuck off.
All right, so can you break?
You're pissing me the fuck off, Nigel.
I have a question. So we talked about the doctor, right? So you would choose.
Get off your fucking phone.
What would you choose? Okay, Nigel.
3, 2. Answer.
They're the same age.
Yeah.
30 years of experience,
Pay attention.
15 years experience, but also 15 years of schooling. Who are you choosing?
Experience. 100%.
You
Yeah,
what'd
think
you
about
say?
it. If you're choosing somebody to work on your heart,
Yeah, if they
And-
both have 100% success rate though, that's
right?
the
But listen.
thing.
This person. Imagine somebody seeing 1,000 hearts and it be 100% successful, other than somebody seeing 100 hearts and being successful. It's like you would choose a person that's seen 1,000 hearts and been successful to work on your heart.
Nigel.
Right or wrong?
Nigel.
That's a big ass
Nigel,
gap.
I'm just
not
giving
gonna
you a
lie.
really specific situation, right? Let's say you have a 35-year-old that just got off of 14, 15 years of college, knows everything he needs to know about modern technology surgery for your heart,
Experience.
regardless. And now you have a 75-year-old
Experience.
on a fucking oxygen tank getting ready to work on your fucking heart. Which one are you choosing?
Oxygen
Even
tank.
though the person that just spent 15 years observing, watching somebody with modern technology,
Both 100%
surgery,
success
both
rate.
100%, but you have a 75-year-old motherfucker on an oxygen tank with one damn near blind eye.
They got
Scuba
glaucoma
diver.
in the left eye.
The scuba diver.
Nigga, what the fuck are you asking? No, that's insane. That's insane. Fucking.
No,
Which
that-
one would
that
you
was a
chase? I'm
stretch.
just saying, which one would you chase?
Like
Because
the old man.
I'm taking Nigel's
I will
logic. The thing that I'm doing is I'm taking Nigel's logic
But
to the
throwing-
most extreme version.
And that's dumb.
Would you still choose?
Scuba dive.
No,
That's
serious.
but he kind of went
That's
to the
his
most extreme
logic,
version
dude.
too.
So
didn't
would
he?
you
No.
still choose your logic at the most extreme level?
All right, so we can flip it and put it yours the most
So
extreme level.
how could you flip it?
You had a doctor who studied fucking knee surgery.
I never said that. I never said that.
You had a 15. They was in school
No,
for 15
he's just
years.
giving you another
But they
hypothetical.
studied for knee surgery.
But my logic was never that.
No, but
My
look,
logic was
look, this
that
is
he studied for 15 years, 4
Okay.
years of university, 4 years of medical school, maybe another 7 years of just residency directed towards neurosurgery
Okay.
with modern technology.
Technology.
I think that I would choose the person that's observed, seen everything that has to do with modern neurosurgery than a 75-year-old that's been doing it for 40 years on an oxygen tank.
Bro, oxygen tank is fucking crazy.
But
What do you mean?
wait, no,
Why is it crazy?
But obviously, if you're on an
That's a
oxygen,
logic-
if you're on an oxygen tank, you aren't going to be in the fucking
Why not?
ER. You aren't.
Why not?
nigga?
It's
They're
the-
going to
what's the
kick that
difference
nigga.
between
I'm not
them
gonna
doing
lie. I
that
agree
and
with
then
what you're
somebody doing
saying.
an
I agree.
inhaler?
I agree with
Harvin.
what you're saying.
Harvin, your
but
argument.
they aren't going to let that nigga operate you on you if that nigga can't breathe on his own.
Harvin. That's a
What if he
I'm
flatlined
just
and you
saying
flatlined at the same
exactly.
time?
That's a risk you're taking.
But no,
because
they
of
aren't
your
going to do
logic.
that. There's rules and stuff. You can't go too high with it, oxygen tank, because there's rules to doctors. You got to
Fine.
slightly think about
What
it.
if he's
though.
85 years old?
Nigga,
And
what?
he's not on an oxygen tank.
He's not
this
on an
and that.
oxygen tank.
Yeah, I'm still picking the new
But
guy.
you don't know what
I'm
he looks
picking
like.
the new guy.
Do you know what your surgeon
Harvin is
looks like
playing
most of the
devil's
time?
advocate.
Well,
Nigga,
yes, because
he's
when
sucking
you're
a
in
dick.
a
Falling for
surgeon
the
looks
rage
like
bait.
most of the time.
He is. I ain't gonna lie.
When I had surgery on my gallbladder, I don't know who
The
the
doctor
fuck
came
operated
the
on
doctor
me.
came and spoke to me. I don't know about you. The
I
doctor
don't
came
know
and spoke to me
who
on my
the fuck
appendix.
operated on me.
Did the doctor not come speak to you?
No, motherfucker. I went to sleep and woke up.
Oh, you must have had emergency surgery.
I did.
Okay, that's why I had my surgery the next morning when I went to the hospital. That's why.
Anyways, yeah, you're just. I would never.
So answer my hypothetical regardless.
I would never talk or listen to a doctor that's hooked up to any sort of medical
He
device.
has
I'm not gonna lie,
50
oxygen
years.
tank.
Let's say he's been doing it for 20 years within that condition that he's been doing that with an oxygen tank, still with 100%
He like the nigga
success
from
rate.
House.
Would you do it?
He like the nigga.
Would you do it?
Low key, bro. If he's doing it for 20 years,
For 20 years on oxygen
yeah, I
tank,
would.
you would still choose that experience.
listen. If you yes, 100%.
There's a risk to that,
I don't
though.
give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If a nigga's been doing it for 20
I
I'd
years,
still
rather
agree with
that
modern.
risk
yes.
than somebody that's brand new.
Yep. Because that brand fuck. If that's his first surgery, nigga's gonna fuck up.
But what
I
if
know
he's
a-
seen thousands of surgeries?
Do you
Seen.
Do you
know?
think?
Okay,
Alright, let me ask
Do
you
you
this.
think
This.
So,
All right,
whoa, whoa,
wait,
whoa.
do you think you should get a discount if you get a new surgeon? Because you know that they
No.
don't be doing that shit.
Listen,
What?
so but because of your
Is
logic,
your life
let's
not on the
say
line?
Harvin.
somebody's been solving a Rubik's Cube for
Harvin.
1,000 for
Nigga
10
talking about
years.
Zoom.
1,000 years.
Harvin, look, this is what your logic sounds like. right?
He's drunk. He's drunk.
This is what your heart.
angry about this shit
This is what your logic sounds like. You're a girl, right? You're 25, 30.
I'm not a girl.
I'm just saying. In this logic, this is what it sounds
25.
like. You're a 25-year-old girl. Would you rather fuck a fucking 80-year-old man who's been in the porn industry for 90 years, who's been fucking, or an 18-year-old that watched porn 1,000 times? That's what your logic sounds like.
Next question.
That's what I thought. That's what I fucking thought. You'd fuck the 80-year-old man.
Hey man. All right.
We might call it quits.
Oh my god! Is this the end, bruh?
is
Like,
it?
are we gonna keep
I mean, I
going
have
on this
another-
freaky ass topic?
I have another question for. I have another question, but I don't know if Nigel wants to answer.
Nigel, turn off your phone.
That is texting
Yeah,
me.
Nigel, turn your fucking phone on.
Bro,
nigga.
shut up, Nick.
Oh.
Both of y'all.
What he said? Call me.
Oh.
All right, go, Justin.
He
Go.
didn't
So
call
you
me
can
a
call
monkey.
me an
What's one thing you do every
Nigga.
week? What's one thing you do every week that you hate to do?
wake up.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
That's depression, though.
No. I meant like in the aspect of like waking up how early I wake up.
What time you wake up?
Ashton Hall.
Like 11:30 in the morning.
What?
No, I'm playing. I'm playing. I wake up at 8. Why are you yawning?
Nigga.
Because you're talking about sleep.
Keep going.
What is one thing that you do every week
Because
that you hate to
8:30
do?
is sweet.
8:30 sweet?
Yeah, to
He
wake
works
up.
in the food industry, of course.
I wake up for when you come to the office, right? For when you come to the office, with me being a chef, I wake up to make sure you have breakfast in the office.
Okay, we're getting off topic.
So I wake up
And so-
earlier than you. Work the same hours.
So is it waking up?
No. I don't know. Let me think. Come back to me.
Does anybody have anything?
What do I
Worst
hate to do
part
when
of-
I wake up?
Oh, your
No,
day.
when you
No,
wake up.
what's the worst part of your
What?
day?
What do you hate to do that you do
Oh.
every week on a
Nigel's
consistent
lit.
basis?
What the worst thing I
Nigel's
do
lit.
every week?
What's like one thing you hate that you do? Like that you have to do?
The gym. But other than that,
You don't hate the gym.
I think
No, you do. Yeah.
like when
You really don't
hate
wanna
it
be
every
there.
time I go.
Here's my-
But I hate it more than
Shut up.
like it.
I think most people hate the gym. And I
Then
think
what
if,
is wrong with
anybody,
it?
if anybody says they like the gym, they either have nothing else going on in their
Right,
life,
right.
or their workouts are really easy.
Right.
Right.
Bro,
Do you disagree?
What?
Do you?
he don't even know what you said. He don't even know what you
What'd I
said,
say?
bro.
That nigga is vibing.
He's lit. Justin, I'm trying to tell you, he's lit right now, bro.
I was
It's,
saying, anybody that says they like the gym either has nothing else going on in their
No, I
life.
agree. The gym is very tough. Because at least for me, I don't do like probably what Nigel does, which is like just go to the gym. I do like the group classes shit because I have no self discipline. So I do like the group
Bar?
like what?
Bar?
No, not bar. Just
okay.
like
Orange Theory?
No, high intensity.
Okay.
Like high
Hit.
intensity workouts is what I do.
So what's one thing that you do?
So I don't like working out either.
What's one thing you do that you hate? every week? Working out is kind of hard because that's something that you have to do. Okay, good, cool.
What's wrong with that nigga?
He's drunk.
Nigga,
I
the
keep trying to
fucking-
tell you, he's
He
drunk.
popped a Xanny or something.
Let's take one more shot then.
What?
it.
That he don't need one.
Fuck it.
Don't you got a wife at home that you need to go back to?
Don't you got some shit to cook up?
What did that nigga not shit on me? Try his shit on me right now?
He did.
Like,
all right. So are y'all not? You don't have anything that you do every week that you hate? Like,
Nah,
do you like laundry? Do you like cleaning? Do you like cooking?
To be real, like I know everybody wants to have a fucking animal. I hate taking care of this fucking dog I got.
Okay, how about this? Let's.
Can I
fucking-
not- can I-
No,
wait,
you're,
I
no,
spoke.
no,
I
you're
spoke.
fine. You're fine. But let's get a little bit more deeper. What's something that you think is missing out of your life to fulfill you? Harvin, you first. Because you're drunk, so you're going to get the most honest answer. Hurry up.
What's your
What
question?
is something that you're missing out of your life that you think would help fulfill you?
What's missing in the Harvin puzzle piece?
More
of life?
hours of productivity.
See.
That is.
I'm serious.
Of, like,
There's
work?
two-
All right, question.
No, there's too often times that I find myself like doing what most I think a lot of people do, which is just scrolling through your phone.
Okay.
That is the number one thing, and I've gotten better at it. I literally am trying to like genuinely get better at that. Then the best way for me to put it is less screen time. I wish I had less screen time in my life.
No, you're not. That's not the question.
That's the what? Okay, so
what do you need in your life?
Less screen time is what the fuck I need, Nigel.
So you need less of that.
He needs. You need more authentic.
What do you need more
of?
What do you
That's
need
really
more
what he of? Like,
so
what do you need
what would
more of?
What would you replace the screen time with?
More green,
money,
more earth.
Like outdoors.
Okay, so you're missing like nature.
There you go. That's a good one.
You
More
need
nature.
to feel more fulfilled as Harvin.
Yes.
Nature?
Nature.
So why don't you just be a fucking bunny?
Go eat grass all day.
Nigel, you was so good.
Nigel, you're trying to piss me the fuck off. You understand me?
It was so good.
What the fuck do you need, Nigel?
That's on me. That's on me. That's
What
on
the
me.
fuck do you need?
Justin, you go.
No,
you go.
answer the
That's on me.
fucking
That's on me.
question.
That's on me.
Apologize then. Apologize.
He needs Matt.
Justin.
One thing I need more in my life: more free time.
For real?
Free time?
Yeah, bro.
No, but you got to think about it. This nigga be talking about filming pods, doing this, doing
Spend time
that.
fucking bitches and shit. Like,
Jesus
I
Christ.
told you he's lit. Y'all not hearing me say that, bro. He's lit, bro. Y'all not hearing me,
that's
bro.
Justin's fault.
When I
Look,
tell you-
Justin likes to spend time with random fuck. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Relax.
God.
I told you he's lit.
I'm
bro.
a fucking disclaimer. Click off the pod. Anyways, I think free time or downtime. Cause I think like honestly, I get like, for being honest, I get like maybe 4 hours a week of like legit
4 hours a week.
That's his fault.
a legit nothing.
That's his.
I know
That's
it's my
his
fault.
fault.
I know it's my fault. Like there's 4 hours, like maybe a week where I can like just not think and do nothing.
Yeah, it's your fault.
I don't have like enough of that. Like legit. Like I was last Saturday, I was like at the crib from like 7 p.m. to like 10 p.m. and I was just like, "What's funny?"
No, it was me. I kind of I grunted it
Okay.
or moaned in the mic.
No, yeah, but yeah, that I was by myself for 3 hours, like not doing shit, not on my phone, just like by myself, like not really doing shit, and I was like, "Damn, this shit is like nice."
Yeah.
Oh, you liked it?
Yeah, I like it, but I only like a little bit of it because
So,
if I get
wait.
it too much, like I can't have too much downtime, otherwise I get bored.
So you said that you appreciated the moment that like you weren't on a screen time.
I appreciate when I wasn't talking.
He's not talking about screen time.
I was talking when I wasn't.
Get that shit up.
I wasn't talking to anybody.
And you weren't on your phone.
I wasn't on my phone.
Yeah, that's the moments that
No.
I'm talking about.
But like I wasn't. I get that, but I wasn't all. I was by myself.
All right, fuck
And,
it.
like-
I ain't gonna say shit.
That nigga is drunk.
Harvin. Anyway, well, I was just saying like that. That's like one thing that I know I need more of is just like because like I don't have time to think.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense though.
Yeah.
But why do you say it's your fault?
Who said? He never said it was his
no,
fault.
you said it's my fault, and I agreed.
Right.
It's because I fill my time with a whole bunch of stuff. Like basically like Friday. Like most people relax on the weekend. I feel like I don't relax on the weekend. What is so fucking what's wrong?
He's drunk, bro. Like he's gone.
It was a
I
good
haven't said
conversation.
a single
to it.
thing. I need tissue though.
Yeah, I know. You're fucking. Jesus fucking Christ.
Snotty nose, little monkey. Oh my god.
You did not just do that.
That
Anyways,
That nigga boogers on his nipple, bro.
I had to blow my nose.
what?
you could have waited. He was
But yeah,
looking
I
around
definitely
for
I
tissue.
feel my time. I don't like being bored.
Like,
Like
look
if
at the
I'm,
carpet.
He would have probably got you some.
Would you have got me tissues?
Jason,
Yes.
Jason,
All
what
right,
are you
can I have
missing?
tissues, please?
hard.
For me, I feel like what I'm missing is discipline. There's a lot of times where I put shit off until it needs to be done.
So do you feel like you procrastinate?
Yes.
Why?
They all say the same shit.
Harvin, no, we're not.
I'm not
saying
I'm
the
not
same
necessarily speaking
thing.
about
How is he
screen
talking about screen
time.
time?
I'm
Tell me
not
how he's
talking
talking
about
about
screen time.
Okay, what are you talking about?
But I'm just talking about overall.
Okay.
I will go hang out with this baboon before I do my laundry. I haven't done laundry, but I need that shit for Monday. So I gotta go home.
So Nigel
And
is
do
the reason
laundry.
you have no self-discipline.
Relax.
No, I'm just saying discipline overall. It could be self-discipline. It could be somebody, you know, boosting me up, you know, saying, hey, bro, you got to get X, Y, Z done. Like, laundry's just a simple thing. But there's been stuff at work where I'm sitting here like, all right, I'm gonna get to this. And then I'm just like, oh, shit. Like, I got to do this now. Like, I'm procrastinating. So that's why I'm saying.
One thing that you think you're disciplined at?
Discipline at is it kind of sounds backwards, but like I'm disciplined at, you know, making a list of stuff I need to do, but then when it comes to that list,
You're good at making to-do lists,
yeah,
but not doing the to-do list.
yeah, it kind of sounds.
So why are you what?
I know everything I need to do.
So what do you get from making a to-do list?
It just lays out. It just lays out like what I got to get done for the day.
And you like the idea of doing stuff during the day, but you don't like doing the stuff during the day.
No, like I
These
get
lit.
midway, you know, or 3/4 of the way down the list, and then I'm like,
so is your list too long?
I kind of just ease up. I might it might be me putting too much on my plate, because there's people at work who just like, damn, bro, you did a lot, and then I'm like, I still got more to do. It might be that, but for me, it's discipline. I want to keep doing more. I want to do everything I got on my list for the day.
I get that, and I'm trying to, you know.
I appreciate that, Justin.
But these niggas are fucking dying over here.
Because they're both drunk.
I could tell.
No, it's him, bro.
Say the single word,
When you were telling your story, bro, the faces he was making was just crazy.
Nigga thought I was doing screen time the whole time when I'm bullshit.
Bro, I didn't say a single word.
Nature, more time.
Discipline.
Free time, not more time.
Free time for him. He wants more free time.
All right, Nigel, go ahead.
What's yours?
What is he laughing at? Nah, shit, man. If I can get more of something in my life, I think it would be number one, free time, like you said. But I think also he is like weak. Like he's weak.
Y'all all said the same,
but it's
exact fucking thing.
Nigga,
y'all just want more time.
No,
for me, it's discipline. Like I want. He did say more time. Yeah.
No, but you said you want to get stuff done.
Yeah, I want to get stuff done.
That's not time. That's completely different.
Okay.
I mean, this is gonna be boring, but I wish I could like travel more.
Why?
And you want to know what he's gonna say?
More
you
time
need more
to travel.
But you need time to do anything. You need time to touch grass, nigga.
Harvin, what the fuck?
I haven't said a single thing, bro. Y'all.
But your face says it all.
Let's take one more shot.
This guy is Japanese.
Let's take one more shot. Talk a little bit and then close it out. How about that?
Yeah,
cool.
Because Harvin can't fucking.
Yeah, he can't focus anymore. Let's take either a shot of that or the vodka.
Vodka, please.
Guys.
No,
that's
not vodka.
Thank you for
We're
tuning
not
in.
done.
This is not the. I know. Can you let me finish?
Sorry, you're the content creator. You're right.
Jason, just say something while we're doing the shot.
Say what?
Don't even worry about it.
Say wait. Say
Let
what?
him do it.
Talk.
Coach him real quick.
Coach me.
Harvin, you done?
No, Harvin's out of here.
So
I'm not.
while we take this shot,
Can I?
Harvin is drunk.
Anyway, that's fucking
Nigel.
horrible. I just want to say, listen. Thank y'all for coming to another episode. I want to say thank y'all for supporting my boy Justin.
Number
because
30.
He put this is 30 on a dot. Huh? Episode 30. Episode 30. That's literally Harvin's age. I just want to say 25. Thank y'all for supporting Justin's podcast. I think that he's doing an amazing job, you know, and that's just coming from me. They didn't even co-sign it or nothing, but it's all good because we're all friends. But I think that Justin is he's doing an amazing job, and I also think
this nigga is sassy right now. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga's over today.
Okay. You talking like this the outro?
All right.
He did say we're gonna close out after the shot.
Are we gonna close out after
I
this?
was
This
use
nigga's
that for an
drunk.
ad, but never mind.
An ad.
So we're not gonna cheers right now.
Yeah, we are.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Nigel. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Can I say something too?
Nigga, no, because now you want to say something because I said something. No, bruh.
That's kind of selfish. But.
What you just did wasn't selfish?
Drink your shot.
No reaction. Watch this.
So more. Oh, we should have did that. I forgot to do that.
You haven't swallowed it, bruh.
What I haven't swallowed.
Oh. What haven't you swallowed? I agree.
Spit.
Pause. Damn, I need.
Spitter.
I forgot about that to do that when like
What
everybody
are we gonna
watches.
have a one-on-one podcast?
Whoa.
I want to do one actually, but I want to. All right. So my plan and hopefully, I want to do like.
No, not hopefully it
I-
will.
Well, I will. When I get my jaw surgery, like leading
When
up,
are you
like
supposed
the
to get
month
that?
later this year, but at the
What is he laughing at?
Can you? I don't know. Have you ever talked publicly about what your jaw surgery is?
probably.
What does that entail?
So they're gonna shift my jaws. So basically, my teeth.
What's wrong with your jaw
I have
now?
I have a open bite. So my teeth are like this.
You
when I
said an
close-
open bite?
Yeah, it's called an open bite.
Okay, what's that do?
Is he really this lit? Is he really this lit?
What is
Right,
an open
Gabby's
bite?
gonna kill us.
I thought an underbite was crazy.
Brett, tag this nigga out. Tag this nigga.
Me too.
We're almost
Alright,
done. We're
let's
almost
go,
done. We're
let's
almost
go.
done. We're almost done.
We're about to close
we're
out.
almost done. We're doing the outro. We're doing the outro right now.
We're doing the outro. We're doing the outro. We're doing the outro. We're doing the
Get your
outro.
freaky ass home.
But yeah, I have an open bite,
Yeah.
essentially, and I'm getting jaw surgery to close it. So my teeth.
Why you laugh?
So
can
you said
close.
your teeth like kind
They're
of
like
come
this.
in.
When my teeth, when I smile, my teeth go like this.
Smile. I'm not even trying to be funny. Oh, I see.
So they're gonna move it, and then like that,
Okay. Flat.
and so they're actually,
So
you
you have to
know,
break your jaw.
You want to know?
put screws in that bitch.
I fractured my jaw when I was younger, and I didn't know it because I had like it was a rugby thing, and I ain't gonna lie, big dude dropped me like bad. I felt more pain in my back than I did in my face, but I landed like on my face and then like scorpion. So long story short, I fractured my jaw, but. By the time I got to the hospital, they gave me meds and numbed me up. I had no idea because my jaw was like loose. It was moving and whatnot. I felt fine. They gave me so much meds, and then I would just be talking, and then like for example, like this, my jaw would just lock up, like, and I'd be talking, and that shit would not move. So then I went to an actual, surgeon,
is wrong with you,
consultation
Nigel?
for it. They did the X-ray, and then they said, "Bro, your jaw was fractured. Like there's a crack running through it, but it's like it merged together, like it healed on its own." And then I was just like, "Oh,
So is this not around the same time where you had the fainting goat syndrome?
no."
Fake. Gotta protect these teeth.
We
bro.
finna get food, bro.
But they long story short, so we could close this bitch out sooner. They just told me, bruh. They said the only way to fix it is either you try and live with it, which I did, or they could re-break my jaw, like obviously surgically, but there's no guarantee that it could heal back
So is
properly.
your jaw slanted?
I can pop it. Look, listen.
I did not need to hear that shit.
Like,
Let me tell you this. Is this around the same time where you had that fainting goat syndrome?
no.
Bro,
Can you explain the fainting goat syndrome?
So let me ask. Does that
Can
mean
you
that you
explain-
used to get scared and pass out?
Can you explain the fainting
No,
goat syndrome?
he's talking about because when I was younger, right? I had knee, I had knee pains and whatnot bad because basically one part of my body was growing faster than the other.
Wait, so what part of your body?
My knees, like,
so your
so it was mainly in my.
So you had 20-year-old knees when you were 8 years old, bro.
No, one was 20, one was 8.
You had one 20-year-old knee
So-
and an 8-year-old knee.
So eventually, it would grow out, which it has now.
Right.
But the thing was like basically one part couldn't equivalate or couldn't hold basically the other part. So every now and then I'd just be walking. And then I would my knee would just buckle, and it did happen to me when I was going down some stairs once, and I did fall down the stairs, and I told this nigga that, and I told this nigga that, and then this nigga crashing out right now. He's crashing out when I gave him a vulnerable state because, mind you, I definitely cried when I fell down those stairs because I was younger.
That's fucked up, Nigel.
I cried because a nigga tumbled.
You fucking fell down the
For one thing, you know, I was a little plus size kid. I was a plus size kid, so I just tumbled.
What's a plus size kid mean? So how old were you?
Nigga, I wore husky pants.
How old were you?
Husky. You know what husky means?
Can you just tell me how old you were?
Nigga, that shit started in like the 5th grade.
So you were 180 when you were fucking 10 years old.
No, that crash? One knee was 180.
You see, you can't be vulnerable with people as grown men.
You can't be what?
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable?
You can.
All right, bro, we lit.
You are.
You're laughing at a vulnerable person. You're fucking over here with a big ass nose that you always have.
Are you ready to close out, Justin? You gonna close out?
Yes, bro. Because listen.
You see, when niggas make too much money, they start laughing at everybody.
We gotta close out.
Y'all saw how much he makes now.
Listen,
he's laughing at me.
I never said my salary.
If you have made it to the end of the podcast, we all appreciate it. We all salute you.
There you go.
Why are you in our camera?
I think that this was a pretty good episode, pretty dope episode. I think at the beginning, we were literally just shooting shit, talking shit, but I think we got into some deep, really dope conversations. Like I said, maybe about 5 minutes ago.
This nigga quit.
Like I said about 5 minutes ago.
This nigga really quit.
I just want to say that we are all appreciative of Justin not only allowing us to be on the podcast, but we also appreciate you for supporting our boy on this podcast, on this channel. So I just want to say W to Justin and W to you as well. So thank you so much for tuning in. I don't know if Justin wants to have some final
nope. Jason,
outro words.
Look at the camera.
There we go.
Say fade to black.
Fade to yellow.
See, this that shit.
But I am 100% thankful for y'all supporting my boy Justin, regardless of, you know, this video getting 1 view to 1,000 views to 1,000,000 views. You know, we are appreciative because this man Justin has been grinding for a while now, and he is very persistent right now. So everything he has coming for him, he deserves it.
I appreciate that.
And we're gonna have a one-on-one podcast coming soon.
Yes, Justin is the GOAT. Please continue.
Man, shut the fuck up, bro. Cause you got out the room. You quit. You quit. Justin, do you have any final thoughts?
Subscribe, like this video. Justin is the GOAT. Continue to watch him. Every guest that he has is amazing. He is the best. And
if you made it this far, I love you. You know that. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Doses.
Fade to black.